Hello and welcome back to A Filthy Questline on a Filthy Lot. We are here playing One Shot or Not. We're going to do a quick D&D game in hiatus of our Star Wars game, which we'll pick up very, very soon. So if you're tuned in, just stick around because we're going to play some pretty funny boss battle, kind of spooky horror D&D. So that being said, I would like to get us started by recognizing that today we have the privilege of working, playing, and creating on the traditional territories of the Squamish Nation. And we really encourage everybody to look into and comment on what traditional territories they're watching from right now. Do a little bit of research, find a lot out about the lands that you live and the people that really built this country. So that being said, let's get started. I first am going to go around the table and we're gonna meet our characters really quickly. You guys can just introduce your real names and then your character names and can give us a quick description of what you look like. Let's start with Casey.
Hi, I'm Casey Gemma. My character's name is Bjorn. Bjorn is a half-elven Viking, and he looks like you'd expect a half-elf to look, similar to what I look like, but more elvish with the ears and the pointiness. He's been on an adventure, and he is now on a new one.
Nice. Ingrid.
Hey, Ingrid. My character's name is Brynn. She is a hill dwarf. She's a hill dwarf druid, and sorry, she's a hill dwarf druid. There's a spooky look in her eyes. She's got dreaded black hair, tan skin. Dark eyes, and she's about 4 foot, heavy set.
Nice.
Oh, hi, I'm Trevor Gemma. My character's name is Scoops Dimble Barklicker Fremlin Dandelion Mernig. He is a forest gnome ranger, 3'4", brown hair, tan skin, green eyes, and wearing mostly forest colors, so browns and greens to kind of blend in amongst the foliage. But if you catch him in the right light with a gust of wind, you'll notice that the inside of his cloak is lined with gems. So, yeah.
That's a boy.
Julian.
Hey, I'm Julian. My character's name is Duiann Djonn-son, but most people just call me Rock. I'm a 8 foot tall Goliath. Kind of got like a bluish gray skin tone, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. All right. With all that being said, we will set our scenario for today and get started. All right, so you guys have all received a letter from the very illustrious Hobart Concade. He's a famous hero. He graces the lyrics of many songs and plays and stories, from children's stories to maybe some fanfic. Who knows? I don't know how you came across Hobart, but you've definitely heard of his name. So it's what an honor to receive an invitation, and each one of you has spent the last few years kind of building a little bit of a name for yourselves, killing monsters and other kinds of exploits that has gained you a bit of a reputation. And you've received these letters with the promise of 120 platinum. Works out to be about 1,200 gold. Which is plenty enough to make a very fine living. So it's very enticing, not only a great opportunity to throw on your resumes, but you get a good paycheck along with it, so why the heck not? You guys have spent the last few days traveling, where our two characters, Bjorn and Brynn, have met on the highway. You guys have come in together to the town of Chelirata. Chelirata is a fairly large town. It's a medium build. The architecture is beautiful. It looks like the wood elves that once settled in this area had done a lot of this ancient architecture, and they are absolutely known for their vibrant and verdant green coloring of all their buildings. But as you walk into town, you guys see just a an unholy mist hanging in the air, almost the colors sappined and uncared for, streets littered with detritus and rubbish, and just unkept town. For such a large city and one that is so beautiful, it's such a contrast to see it in such ill repair. You all approach the manor and knock on the door. You've arrived at the mayor's house in the town square of Chelirata. A little rickety man opens the door. Yes, of course, you must be Mr. Concade's guests. Please follow me. And you can see he's a little bit tired because it's quite late. You hear the bells chime 12 times on church bells on the edge of town. You've arrived at late, but you were instructed to meet with him at any hour. So as you come into the foyer, you're sat down. A sweet little old lady comes in and puts down some tea for you, and she kind of makes her way back to the kitchen, and you just hear this thud of plate armor kind of rattling as the anticipation builds in the room.
Sorry, that's just the two of them, right?
As they walk in, you guys are already sitting there waiting.
Oh, we're already here.
Yeah, you.
Hello.
Yeah. And you see, as you two walk in, you see you guys. What are you up to in this foyer as you kind of wait?
I'm kind of just standing like in the shadows, or like off to the side, I guess, kind of just towering, looking around the room, scanning, but not really saying anything.
Brushing the dust off the top of the bookshelf.
I'm just looking up at him, not trusting someone so large, feeling kind of smaller than usual.
So you guys walk into this like slightly tense situation, and you guys can all greet each other as you'd like.
Hi, I'm Scoops.
Hello, little one. I'm Bjorn.
I'm Brynn.
Brynn, nice to meet you guys. This is, well,
You can call me Rock.
sure.
Good to meet you, Rook. I'm Bjorn.
Rook or rock?
Rock.
Rock. I like rocks.
Rocks are small, you're more of a boulder. Big guy.
I like rocks.
Thud, thud, thud. You hear kind of coming down the hallway and through the arch. This very glorious man walks in. A bit older, chiseled face, hair drawn back, just peppered with salt. And you kind of see that look of many battles and prestige. This is, without a doubt, as all the stories and legends have told, Hobart Concade. And he walks in, just kind of slowly measuring you in the room, kind of looking at you almost excitedly. Yes, bigger than I imagined you get. And you can see him almost like pose, and right behind you on the mantle, you see another portrait of him up on the mantle, and a portrait of the mayor who's squirrely kind of following behind him, her face veiled in a black mourner's veil. You see her portrait taken off the wall and Hobart's put on as he strikes the very similar pose.
Same pose as the...
Yeah, as you see, greetings. I am Hobart Concade. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I would like to get down to business. I know it's late and we could all use a rest. So, I'll start by telling you that the deal has changed from what was detailed in the invitation.
Changed like better or changed like worse?
Well, it depends on your definition of better, and he'll look over to the mayor, who kind of like sighs a little bit. The mayor's daughter has been taken by the same shadow that plagues this town.
Taken by an actual shadow?
There are varying reports around town that do trouble me so, but it speaks of some kind of large, tall, shadowy figure, lurching out of the forest and snatching up the children. And he just begins his dramatic pace around the room. The mayor just kind of sitting in a very illustrious chair that is definitely designed for her. And as he just kind of walks around, he continues, so the reward has been altered to
100.
the reward has been changed to 12,701 gold.
What's with the 1? That seems really weird.
It's just for taxes.
Okay.
They always get ya.
12,701.
Yeah, you don't want to see what happens if it's up by even $4 or $5. Once you hit those evens, it gets sturdy.
The letter said we were getting a reward each. Is that 12,000 each?
That is, and he kind of looks at the mayor and she just nods emphatically. That is 12,000 each. I have foregone my portion, as it is a hero's duty to guard those who can't be saved themselves. And
That's
kind
a
of like,
great policy there, Hoagie. Question for you. Are you coming along on this?
I am absolutely coming along.
Oh, great.
I would not miss the chance to slay such a wretched creature.
I hear you. I'm all about it.
Hobart Concade has a name to maintain, and he will maintain it. And he kind of comes to a stop. Now he's doing the pose in front of the portrait, like,
Huh.
and he's kind of frozen there.
I lean over to Brynn and go, he's kind of full of himself, isn't he?
He actually does put his metal where his mouth is. I've met him before.
Oh, I don't see how that's very effective.
So if you all accept the mission under these new parameters, then we may begin.
Has the mission changed other than having to save someone? More money is basically what you're saying.
And the mayor will kind of speak up in her soft and timid voice, very much the opposite of Hobart. Well, I'm not sure that my daughter can be saved. The horrid creature moved like something I'd never seen and engulfed my Annie.
So you saw the creature?
It was but a shadow, a blur.
A shadow.
So did you see the creature or did you see a shadow?
Or is the creature a shadow?
Yeah, is it a shadow? That's all I'm asking.
It's a natural one. She just kind of like, it was a spider of sort.
A spider.
Oh.
Long-legged, awful, nightmarish thing.
Oh. Oh, no.
Oh, have you got a problem with spiders?
Oh, I know spiders, all right.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, see, in Dew Valley Forest, we've got lots of spiders. So I'm
Oh.
okay with spiders.
Oh, these are like spiders that you've never seen. They're
Is this-
big.
How big is said spider?
It filled the room.
Filled the room?
It filled the room.
You were in a room? Where was this?
It was my daughter's room.
Oh, so it's room high. All right. Bigger than
that-
this guy?
Is that standing or is it?
And
including the
she
legs?
just kind of measures you for a second and like just kind of keeps going up. I believe that you are the ones capable of ending this plague on my town.
Wait, say that based on looking at this guy. You know, they say the best things come in small packages there.
These things.
You may be very right, sir. And I hope that you are. For Annie's sake and for the town of Chelirata.
So, this money, is this... do we have to save the girl, or are we paid win or lose, you know, kind of... It said win or lose in the letter I got. Did it say win or lose in the letter?
Yeah. We all got to
And she looks up to Hobart. Well, that is for the agreed amount, for the trouble of you coming here and us facing the beast together. You are guaranteed the 120 platinum pieces. And he'll reach into his pocket, and it just looks like a small bag, but he just kind of tosses it on the table, and as it does, just too many coins spill out of it and kind of land on the table.
Worry not.
And the
shall-
mayor says, only by the beast's head will you receive the grand fortune that awaits you. Such a reward.
I look around and I just, can I see, I just want to see what kind of weapons everyone's carrying, because all I've got to cut off a head is a dagger.
I have a club.
Are they visible?
I have like a 10-foot glaive, so you can definitely see it.
Yeah, it's like in the corner of the room, like kind of digging into the molding a little bit. Like,
Yeah, I just kind of look at I'm just holding a black quarterstaff, and I'm like, I'm not cutting off a head with this.
My two axes are named Hugin and Munin. They're named after the Allfather Odin's ravens.
Oh, very
Yes.
I'm going to turn
Because
to
they fly into
Hobart,
battle.
and I'm going to say, do you have any kind of map of the hole in which we're traveling to?
I'm not sure. And Hobart kind of speaks up. I have given a rough map to our navigator.
Yes. Yes.
Brynn has had access to this, and she will be our guide up the hills and into the mountain caves.
The spirits shall guide me.
Of course. And you can see, do a religious symbol. He is clearly very paladin-esque.
I grab a rock out of my pocket, and I'm like, the spirits shall guide us.
And he does it twice as much. All gods, pagan or not, have their place in this world under his vision. And he'll kind of take a look at you and like kind of nod in almost like this recognition of your plate armor and kind of a familiar of job. And you and I shall work closely together, sir.
Yeah, I'll reply with, I work for myself, not God.
And he takes another look at your armor with a 4, and kind of, curious. Very well. In 2 hours' time, we shall depart. It is best to leave now, as we have a limited time. The children seem to be going missing every 2 days. And tomorrow night will surely be another poor soul. It is my prerogative to stop it.
Could we not just wait here and set a trap? If this is happening like clockwork, I'm just saying.
Scoops, are you volunteering to be bait?
Sure.
All right.
And the mayor kind of puts her eyes. I have made this error once before, and I will not again. Not at such a cost. It is a large town with many children. We have no way of knowing where it will be and when it is coming.
What about putting all the children in one place?
We already do that.
Oh.
Is that how your daughter was taken?
And she kind of chokes a little bit.
My apologies.
My daughter was here at home. We thought
So you didn't put them all in one
the
place?
security of the manor would provide a better circumstance for Mr. Concade's tramp. So
Well, we learned from our mistakes. So I'm saying we could put them all in one place, but actually put them all in one place. And then
So
we wait, we set a
then
trap.
we wait, because it's going to strike there, obviously. This seems like a no-brainer.
I mean, or we go to its lair, give it hometown advantage. Doesn't seem like the best plan to me.
I like the
I'm
thinking
willing to
of
do
this.
it. I mean, you had me at
I
tall.
will not risk another child so that we can have some advantage. From what I've heard of your legends, we should have no problem felling this foe. And he like draw his sword very dramatically. I have made an oath, and it is my life before others.
He's in front.
I step up. I'm with you.
Also step forward.
And my stone.
I don't shy away from battles. I'm into this. Let's do it.
Yeah, why are we waiting for 2 hours? Why don't we just leave now? Come on.
Very well. We shall depart. Pack up your stuff. You guys grab some food from the kitchen, and you guys kind of get ready to hit the road. It is still rather late. He kind of assures you it's only a few hours away. You guys will hike for a few hours, navigating through the woods, come up to a ridge, and then from that ridge, after camping, go down into the valley to try and find the lair. So right now, if there's any other business you guys would like to attend to, now would be a great time. I could say that what I didn't give you guys on your players' character cards on D&D Beyond was some healing potions. So you guys all have one healing potion. If you want to jump into items, equipment, manage equipment, and you can drop down and just look up healing.
Just regular.
Yeah, it's just the potion of healing.
Potion.
Click on equipment, and then you'll see
So
a
that's
thing
one
next to the
for
search bar
you,
that says
Bjorn.
manage equipment. You want to click that before you search.
And just one?
Healing.
Yeah.
For those at home that haven't used D&D Beyond, here's a tutorial for you.
Yes.
When adding a healing potion, click on equipment in the lower right corner. Then click on manage equipment.
Is potion of healing greater?
No, it's just a regular one.
regular
It
ones?
should appear in a black font.
And how many are we adding?
Just one.
One each?
One each.
Giggity.
Did you figure it out,
I'm not seeing it.
Brynn?
Not quite. Give me one.
Did you get the manage equipment pop-up on the right?
Here, I can do it from where I am.
You can manage our equipment?
Yes, I can. There you go. Oh, whoops. There you go. I did it.
You did it?
Ingrid has one. Bjorn has one. Did you get one? Nice. Scoops, you got it.
I did it already. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So as you guys travel into the evening, I'd like to make a little bit of basically a travel roll. So Brynn, if you want to give us a survival check.
Okay. Okay, so that would be 10, 16.
Nice. 16's good. So as you kind of come up into the hills, you recognize these kind of mountainous hills and know steering down this way will kind of get you guys around the ridge in very good time. So as you progress, you come to the open, where the trees kind of open up into a large meadow. And Hobart kind of nods and this will be our camp for the evening.
I go on one knee, get some dirt, and start speaking to it a little. And then
All right.
stand back.
Sure. Do you want? Okay, yeah, that's good. Would you like to say anything to it out loud, or is it just like a quiet moment?
I'm just kind of whispering a little bit, but basically I say, aid us, my friends.
Right on. And as you like lower your hand and put the dirt down, you just kind of see the ground laid out. There's like 3 or 4 rocks and a fallen tree, almost like in a perfect circle around like kind of cleared dirt area, and a few kind of random stones. And it just looks like the perfect place for a fire. All right. And as you guys set up camp to stay the evening, it's about 2 a.m. in the morning. Would you guys like to do anything? As if for preparation of
You said
of
8
camp.
a.m. in the morning?
And evening. It's 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yeah. So you guys will kind of get a long rest, as you guys set up camp. Is there any kind of order you'd like to take? Would you guys like to take watch?
Yeah, we should totally
definitely.
alternate.
My glaive actually has warning if anything comes in while we're sleeping. So it gives me a warning if anything comes within 30 feet of us. So
Perfect.
But I'll warn you.
it'll warn me, but I'll wake up. So that'll be my watch.
A powerful feat. And Hobart kind of starts setting up. He's got his little bedroll. He actually starts like doffing his armor. He starts taking it off piece by piece. And I'll just set up this little thing
Are we taking,
here.
like, do we have turns for the watches?
Yeah, if you guys want to decide that while I set this up, that would be
Who's
opposite.
first, or I can be first to prepare the
Okay,
Sure.
guides.
I'll follow.
sure. I'll do third watch.
Sure, I'll be last watch. I'm an early riser.
Great. So yeah, the way I do long rests is like normally it's like 8 hours of uninterrupted, but I think if you guys like kind of take watch, you know, you can have like a restful watch. And as you guys like set up around the fire and kind of decide this, I'd like to take this opportunity for you guys to just kind of chat a little bit about what's going on, maybe some of the information that you guys have uncovered, and if you want, ask Hobart any questions that you have.
So, anybody here ever fight any giant spiders before?
I have not.
Yes.
Oh,
I haven't, but I've fought frost giants.
oh.
I'd imagine.
I really hope to kill a giant one day. I'm actually on a mission to make the world a safer place for gnomes. I want to bring the average height down. You see, the world's made for all you tall folks, and I
Narrow my eyes at rock.
So if we were to chop the legs off of the spiders, and by average,
yeah, I mean, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
right?
Take the advantage away. Ah, I see what you're saying.
I like what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I kind of go up next to him, and I see how much we measure up. Pretty close.
Yeah, I mean,
We're little folk.
height isn't everything.
Everybody just kind of looks at you.
I just kind of stand there and shrug, just look back and forth, look down towards my knees.
Yeah. Hobart just kind of nods, like all the way, and you just see him like sharpening his sword. Like it's definitely a magic weapon. He does not need to sharpen it, but he's still doing it.
Possibly.
Yeah, and he just kind of starts telling you guys a little story about how one time he had slayed 12 dozen spiders by himself to save a small group of travelers as he, you know, and the details start to get a little bit wishy-washy, and you think you've heard like a song about Hobart before, about like Hobart and the Web, but like this is like a way different version, but it's almost like more grand
even
than
more
somebody singing it to you, and as you're thinking that, like he literally starts like singing the song of himself, like saving everybody from the spiders.
Oh, I've heard this one before. Hobart, do you write the songs about yourself?
Well, I have been known as a bit of a lyricist in my time. More of a poet, as it would be.
So, yes. Interesting.
Doesn't have to pay his own bard. So he
Sorry,
saves,
what?
he saves money by not having to pay a bard.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, no press is bad press, they say.
He is as powerful as he says, though. I just kind of whisper a little towards you.
Oh. So you've worked together before?
I
Yes.
don't believe we've ever met. And he like kind of like stabs his sword into the ground.
Oh, sir, but we have.
Oh.
Indeed. And when was this?
When you went to an Illithid camp and
The
dismantled
great
it.
terror beneath.
That's right. I was
Yes.
one of the captured.
Yes, a great party, much perhaps like this one maybe,
As you fought,
was at my lead. I was not those among in the temple of the Illithid. I had the job of protecting our exit and ensuring that when the time came, we were able to escape. And this is why you hear our story. And he starts, he sounds like he's like humming. He's gonna like go back into song real quick. Like there's a song about the time he like beat the temple beneath the ground. And he just kind of starts humming and almost like expects people to like join in. And he is actually going to roll performance to see if you guys do join. Or, you know, how good he does. I don't know what's up today. This is a 3. So he's like off key. Like he cannot hit those.
This is about to start. Can I stop him? And
yeah.
And I'll say, that's enough of the singing. Tell us more about these spiders.
I'll try to join him a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sure. Give me a performance roll. Yeah.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. You guys are like hitting, like you guys are harmonizing, but it's like not in key. Like this is like very uncomfortable. And Julian Rock will kind of like walk up and just kind of like pat him on the shoulder and like just kind of like real hard, and he's like, Of course, the spiders. I know little of this shadow that we hunt. I do know that in the hills where it dwells, it's known as Weaver's Wood.
Oh.
And as we get deeper into these forests, we may begin to see the reasons why. There are large spiders, so we may want to tread carefully in the morning. There are also many terrors of these lands. The story that the mayor told was strange. I did not see the chateau myself as I was outside. It moved quickly and in ways I was unable to predict. I did not understand its abilities, but it certainly can move along walls as it leapt out of the window. Such a large, formidable creature, as she explained it, was able to pass through a very small space.
Huh. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
And afterwards, the only evidence we could find was small, tiny little spiders scurrying about the room.
Oh.
It was curious.
Could it have snuck in as part of a swarm, or perhaps shrunk itself initially?
Wait a minute. Is there a chance that this is like thousands of little spiders just kind of connected to each other, making up one big spider?
Give me an Arcana check or a Nature check, whichever is better.
It's going to be
Two of you guys can do that.
I'm -1 on both, so I'll set this one out.
Very tiny dice.
Great.
17.
17.
Good number.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
12.
For what, sorry?
Nature.
Nature? And
12 for
12
Arcana.
For Arcana? You are very aware of swarms of spiders. Sometimes, you know, it's usually some kind of magic that has enticed them. Typically, they're 10, maybe like 5 to 10 feet in diameter, and they can do a little bit of damage, but they're not terribly dangerous. You've never heard of one that could fill an entire room. So you get the idea that whatever this was not natural. This isn't a natural occurring of thing. And as you kind of press a little bit, remembering you had a spider collection at one point, and you're kind of like, what do these spiders look like? And he explains like 2 or 3 different kinds of spiders. So you get the idea that maybe you're not too far off about this swarm, but it certainly is not natural. And with a 12, as he says this, you kind of like put the pieces together. You know about the book, which Hobart has taken. Sorry, he got that book once you guys arrived, and he's kind of flipping through it, and you put the pieces together about the abyssal plane, and possibly a connection to the Spider Queen.
Lolth?
That's the one. You know
Oh.
your religion, sir. If
I
that's the
study.
case, then we do need to tread carefully. But boldly. We cannot back down in the face of evil. Everybody give me a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
My perception.
Natural 1.
Fire is cool.
Dope.
11.
14.
14, 11.
5.
Yeah, that's it. All of those were good enough. Today's just one of those days for me, I guess. You just hear an unnaturally loud howling.
Howling?
And thumping. From one side, from the next. Hobart looks, he's not wearing his armor. He kind of pulls his sword out. Well, I believe it might be time to show our mettle.
I'm gonna. That's where we are, right?
Here, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run over towards that stack of rocks and just jump clear up onto the top, the highest point,
All right.
whipping out my bow as I run.
Yeah, I'll say 14 was good enough. So you can have an action. What's your speed?
25.
So you can get to here with one. You want to kind of come around, use your action and your dash?
I want to use my ring of jumping.
Oh,
Gets
shit,
me
yeah.
15 feet up in the air
Bing, bing,
and
bing, bing, bing.
up on top.
All right, easily done. Give me a dex, acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
To see how sweet that landing is.
That is a 17.
17, good number.
Good.
You jump, do a flip and land, and yeah, and you got your weapon out. What was yours? Sorry, 11.
As a bonus action, can I cast Shillelagh on my club?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. You can use that. You two guys are like, what is going on? Fire sure is cool. Everybody, give me sorry. Let's roll for initiative.
Hey!
That's D20, yeah?
Yep, D20.
got
Right
it.
on your card there, we'll have your initiative.
I got a natural
18
20.
plus 5.
Natural 20,
23.
nice.
20. Did you get an 18?
18, yeah.
Oh, I also have an 18.
18, 18.
My dex is 18. What's yours?
My dex is, hold up. 17 plus 3, so 20.
Oh, so no, 17.
Oh, okay.
Bottom number is
Yeah,
your
17.
dex, and then your modifiers.
Yeah.
So you're 17, so 18.
Okay.
So I'll go first.
Okay.
And I'm 16.
16, 18, 20, 18, 18, 16,
All right, what am I doing?
fucking 9. All right, you guys stack the deck.
Sweet.
Rock. As you kind of notice that, you're like, oh, I get it. And you kind of hear that loud thumping, boom, 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 and these two giant ogres come bursting out of the trees, just yelling in all this fury and darkness. Does anybody here not have dark vision?
I
I'm
have
not sure if the Goliaths do.
Check under, I think it's under traits.
Traits?
Dark vision? I don't think I.
So yeah, basically 60 feet is
Yeah.
right here. So I would say,
Pretty sure I do.
yeah, basically
Pull down to racial traits.
this, anything outside of this, you guys can't really see at all. Anything within these two pillars and kind of around the fire, you get, you can actually see clearly
Copy.
with bright light.
Anything
do
past
have
that's
that.
not visible.
You're good. You're a
Yeah.
half elf.
I have dark
Dwarves are
vision,
good. Yeah.
I've got, yeah, really good.
Gnomes are good. Yeah. Goliath, you're good. You got
I can't-
bottom left corner, I believe. No.
I think I have superior dark vision.
There's features and traits.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's under racial
I'll
traits.
check for you. But what would you like your action to do? You can see this guy, but you can't really see this guy, but you can.
And they're how many feet away?
He's about 30 feet from you.
I'll just run 20 feet towards him, so giving myself 10 feet, but still keeps me in attack range.
Copy that. So you run over here. You'll stop about right there.
And then I will just attack twice.
All right. 2 rolls, please.
The first one is a natural 1. And then a 15. Oh, a natural 1 and a 15.
Great. So the first one, you kind of step up to it and take a big swing, and it just kind of like knocks your glaive away with its club, and you kind of like spin back around and hit him with the other side.
Ooh. So I'll roll for damage.
Where are my yogis?
And that is 11 damage. And then I'll use my bonus attack as well and hit him with the back of my glaive.
Okay.
Which is a 17.
Yeah, definitely hits.
And I'll roll a d4. And that's 1 damage.
Plus your strength.
So 4 damage. And then, can I, since I'm 10 feet out, can I just back up 10 feet, or am I still in as a...
You will be in his range as he's large and has like a big club. It's about the same size as your glaive.
I will just ready myself for a club.
Right, right on. All right, 18. That was Scoops.
Yeah,
first.
we both have 18, but I had a higher dex.
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay, I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
Wait, actually, hold on. Stand by. Yeah, it's a bonus action, so I am going to use it. And if I hit, then the creature will be wrapped in thorny vines, magical vines, and will be restrained.
Nice.
They'll have to do a DC saving throw if it hits.
Yeah.
And it's a big-ass guy, right? It's an ogre?
Yeah, he's large.
Where is it here? A large or larger creature has advantage on the saving throw.
Copy that.
Okay. So I need to, yeah. And then I'm going to shoot with my bow.
Do it.
So cast. Oh, I'm also, sorry, going to, what is it?
Good.
What is my, I can't remember the name of it, but I have a thing where I can choose. Never mind, that takes a bonus action. I've already used it.
Yep.
Screwed that up.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that is a, oh, well, yeah, 22.
Definitely hits.
Okay. And
Nice.
D8 plus 4. Oh, so that hits, and oh, come on. That's only 5 damage, but with the ensnaring strike.
Which one are you attacking? Sorry. Dude right here?
Oh, there's another guy really far
There's
away?
another guy down over here on the other side.
The guy right here.
Okay.
Yeah, my attention's taken up by the one that's right beside me.
Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah, so that's a hit, and that is.
And the DC is what, sorry?
The DC is.
Dun, 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 dun.
I guess it's just my DC 15 strength.
15, that is a fail.
Fail.
So yeah, as you hit it pierces and it like kind of sticks in him and he kind of looks down at it like, and as he almost like is gonna take a step before you, it just untangles and weaves around him, and he kind of like, and like you could just see his anger in his eyes just burning as you're almost like eye to eye with this giant creature.
Sweet. So what that will do is, so he's restrained.
Oh,
And while restrained by the spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns.
nice. Asterisk that.
The creature can use action.
6.
And then it has to make a strength check against it to break out. And I'm going to have a second attack. So,
Yep, let's see.
oh, that's the wrong die. Oh, no, it's the right die. That is not going to hit. 12.
12 will not hit. Oh, no, yes it does. He's
Oh!
yeah, and as he kind of like, he looks up like right in your eye and just like right in between his eyes. Good. Give me a.
Oh, damage for that.
Damage
So
for
sorry,
that.
5 damage was the first arrow,
Yeah, got that.
and
Trained.
10 damage for the second one.
Nice. So yeah, that one just buries in, and you could see now the rage building in its eyes, and it just wails. And what's your passive perception?
Passive is 17. Good enough.
17. So yeah, you see as this rage kind of all over it, you almost see like the tiny little specks on it, almost like tiny little spiders covering all, and they're kind of like crawling in and around his clothes. And it's just further enraging him. Bjorn, standing by the fire. There's some serious shit going on over there.
Yeah. How far would you say I am away?
Yeah, I'd say you're about 40 feet.
Okay. I'd like to light my torch in the fire.
Your torch, yeah.
And I'd like to get close enough to throw the torch and hit the ogre with it.
Yeah. So you kind of just jump over that. Let's say torch will give you about 20 feet
Okay.
with the torch.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's a 3.
So yeah, you kind of like, and you throw it, and like all of a sudden this like wood stick just like smashes on the ogre, but it's not on fire anymore. It just kind of like hits him, and he's just he kind of unfazed. Yeah.
And I guess I lost my advantage too, didn't I?
Your advantage, sorry?
Well, because I would have had advantage. He was engaged with the.
No, you don't get. You get advantage when you're sneak attack. You get to do your sneak attack damage when he's engaged with other people, but you missed your shot.
Yeah.
So that's how that works.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep in mind that bonus action hide if you're not going to use your bonus action on a turn. I mean, not that you can hide while you're holding a flaming torch, but
True.
He threw it.
I threw it.
and now you still have. I would like. What's your movement?
My movement is. Where is it? 30, 30 feet.
30. Yeah, I'd say you probably
But I
got
can
about
also.
5.
I can
10 more
dash.
feet left.
You could,
Dash as a bonus action as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't I dash and hide?
Ingrid, you're on deck.
Yeah. So, do I see what kind of armor it's wearing?
It's just got like a rawhide, like what do you call those? Loincloths, just to keep it PG. But he's not wearing. He's just got tough skin.
Okay. And
wait.
okay, so I'm gonna.
Bjorn, are you done?
No, you can. Yeah, you can decide what your move and your bonus action is.
Yeah, I just want to dash and hide.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, that's all good.
All
I
good.
was asking for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you move, do you dash or do you hide? Because both of those are bonus actions. I'd say with 10 feet you can get to like right here,
Sure.
and you feel pretty confident.
Yeah.
So give me a stealth check.
Stealth check.
And now we're on to you, Ingrid.
Okay.
Just let me know that number. Bjorn.
It's a 7 plus 9, 16.
Yeah, you feel pretty confident as you kind of like pull up behind it and lean up against, like he's got no line of sight on you, and you're pretty sure that other one can't see you yet. So you can consider yourself at this moment hidden.
Okay. So I'm gonna change into wild shape.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Into the bear.
Okay, I got a big dire wolf we'll use as our bear.
Perfect. And I'm gonna. Can I move up to him to attack?
The bear's
make it?
speed, I don't think the bear's
40.
40?
Oh.
Yeah, you can definitely make it with the bear. Nice. So he kind of like
Leaps
Oh
over.
yeah, he just sees you as he just hears this little noise, like, "Oh!" and then boom, through the fire, all these sparks and ashes, this bear just comes rushing towards him. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Yeah. So I have multi-attack,
Yep.
bite, and claws.
Yep.
So this is for the bite. 17
That's a hit.
and
These guys are really low AC.
Meta question. Because he's restrained, is there advantage?
that, yeah.
Ooh, that is a great question. I believe so, yeah. Let me just double check that. But yeah, might as well roll again.
Okay.
Oh crap, that might have
Uh-oh.
applied for Bjorn's as well. But yeah, I mean,
know,
hey,
'cause it's-
17's
Oh,
good.
yeah, maybe. No, because he was throwing it.
The other one's 12, so it would have been the 17.
17.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So that's a hit. You can roll damage for that.
Yep. So that's 1d6 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7 piercing damage.
Nice.
And then the claws
ahead.
would be, so also with advantage, 2 plus 4, so that would be with advantage because I rolled a natural 1 with.
Oh, darn.
So that's.
So you kind of bite into him and he kind of like kicks you off and you go to like claw and it just kind of, as his foot lands, you just kind of like hit some of the hide wrapped around its ankles and it just kind of bounces off. And that's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
Great. I think that's all of you guys. Yeah, it is his turn. So he is going to...
Oh, he takes 1d6 damage
1d6,
from
yeah,
the
roll it.
thorny vines.
Absolutely.
5.
5 damage, nice. So yeah, as it pulls against it, it digs into his skin and it just screams out. It's going to attempt to break it.
15 was the save.
15 is the save. Where is my guy? 14.
Oh!
So, yeah, he almost, and you just see the vines like snapping at a few of them snap off. He just can't quite get it. And as he kind of like, rests back, you can see more vines just.
Yeah,
He
it's
is
a concentration spell, so I'm sitting there going, nah.
He is still restrained and very, very upset. He is going to, I think he can attack at disadvantage with restrained? No.
I don't know.
He is completely
I defer to you on that one.
held. Yes, I should know. Okay, yeah, we'll say that's that for him. Now it's this guy's turn. 1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh.
He's going to just rush in and kind of take his buddy's side.
Just so that you know, a creature restrained by the vines or one that can touch the creature can use its action to make a strength check against the spell. So his buddy can try and free him as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, unfortunately, he used both his actions to dash in there to make up the distance.
I mean, great for us.
So, would you like to take your reaction?
Yeah, so I'll use
Enters
my
your-
reaction of being within 10 feet.
Yeah. Pull our master feet.
Stabby, stabby.
And I got a 11.
It's AC, so that is a hit.
Sick.
Hey!
Do some damage.
11, that ain't bad.
And I rolled a 3 plus 3, so 6 damage.
Yeah. He's got 6 damage. Nice. And that's his move. We're back to the top.
Sweet, so I'll just continue the swinging of my
Does
glaive.
Hobart not have a turn?
Oh yeah, you guys look back and you're like, Hobart! And he's like putting his boots on and just and like falls over.
So I'll just
Gas
double attack
bag.
again. So I'll stay focused on the guy who's just ran up and is not restrained. And that is a 20.
Definitely hits.
No damage. That's 10 damage. And I'll roll a second attack,
Nice. Hey,
which is another 20.
Non-net?
Non-net, yeah. And then that is 8 damage. And then I will use my bonus as well, just keep swinging.
Yeah. Don't forget your paladin spells as well.
Yeah.
He's like, meh.
You have access to it, which can increase the damage of some of the hits that you're landing, and you use your bonus action on a hit to cancel.
Oh yeah, sure. On that, I'll use
So instead of swinging your d4s,
I'll use inflict wounds as I strike.
I think inflict wounds is an action.
it is an action. Yeah,
Oh,
it would have to be a bonus.
The first
action.
column will have it at 1A or 1BA. BA is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. I don't have that. So I
You could use compelled duel if you wanted to, still in this turn, or shield of faith. Your call, just an option. Or you can just pummel this thing to death because you're doing a pretty darn good job right now.
Yeah, I'll just keep going so far. So I'll just use my bonus attack, which was a natural 1. So.
Oh no!
Okay. And as you miss it, it just calls out like, "Ah!" and lifts its hammer above you, and you're just kind of like, yeah, all right. And right there, we're going to take a break.
Oh.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to A Filthy Questline, One Shot or Not.
Woo!
We are here playing D&D, 5th edition. Our party has followed the illustrious Hobart Concade into the woods to track a shadowy spider monster that's stealing the kids of a local town. And these guys are on their way to its lair to lay some serious pain down. Their camp has been beset by 2 large ogres who are harrying our forces and getting their asses kicked.
Yeah.
And we are back to our initiative order. Duiann the Rock Djonn-son just put some serious hurt down on this guy. So he's kind of just entered the battle. He barely got a chance to have a turn, and he's halfway down. This guy is caught up and restrained in some vines, and he is on the brink of death. So we are coming back to you, Scoop, who is up here on top of this ledge here with a great vantage point.
Indeed. I will use a bonus action to activate my Slayer's Prey feature. So
Okay.
I designate one creature I can see within 60 feet as as my prey. And the first time each turn that I hit that target with a weapon attack, it takes an extra d6 damage.
Nice.
That I will make the one that just entered the fray.
Right? Is that concentration?
Nope.
Nice. Okay. He is
No, it's just
marked.
a benefit that lasts until I finish a short or long rest, or if I designate a different creature. So it's just something I can just, with the bonus
Your
action,
hunter's
just,
mark, yeah.
just slip. It's like Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
But it's not concentration, so it doesn't take away from the
Sweet.
snaring.
He is marked.
Yeah, I can multitask. I'm like, I gotta keep this guy in snare, but I'm gonna mess this guy up.
Yeah.
All right. So I see the one that just entered, switch my target, and I'm just gonna fire.
Yeah. Bjorn, you're on deck, so put some thought. Get ready.
15.
15. That is a hit.
Woo! Okay.
So
that
some damage.
that one does 6 damage.
Okay.
Oh,
and
plus
then you're marked.
Yeah, plus the marked damage, which is another 6. Hey.
Nice.
So 12 and second arrow. Hey, Biggie. Nat 20.
Nice. Nat 20.
Oh, so damage.
All right. Yeah. Roll some damage.
Do you? I don't know.
I double the die.
You do double?
Double the die.
Double the die, not the bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 7. So 14 plus 4, 18 additional damage.
Whoo, that's mathematics time. That's how close that is. 12, 22, 36, 40.
Like I said, the bigger they are.
He is hurt. Yeah, so as you shoot that one, and he just kind of like looks like, who you calling? And it's like in his mouth, and he's kind of, and as he kind of turns his head to your next one, just like right into a vein, and you just see his eyes light up like, oh no. Uh-oh.
That's right, I train with the elves, bitch.
All right, Bjorn, you're up. 2 very, very injured people.
Nice.
Or giant ogres, people-ish.
People-ish.
Hey, I'd like to work my way around the back of that rock structure.
Yeah, you are still hidden?
Yeah, and then just come right up on his back and sneak attack him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, go ahead. Oh, you want to physically? Or
No, I'll do a throw an axe
yeah,
sneak attack.
pop out from underneath there.
Yeah.
This guy is restrained also, so as I looked it up, you do get advantage on
Okay, I
your
got
throws.
14 on one, 13 on the other, so I'll go.
Yeah, 14 plus 6.
Yep,
So that's
20.
a total of 20. Definitely hits. Roll
Nice.
damage.
Okay. 3d6, yeah?
Actually, just explain it. You literally can't not kill this guy
Okay.
now on a hit. So yeah, you can just like describe. You can roll some damage. See how much you do.
Okay. 5, 5, 6, so Jeez. 21? Oh, no, 16. Sorry, 16. Yeah, 16
Yeah, +3.
plus 3, 18.
Nice.
19.
18. Well,
19.
Yep. He's going to bed real quick.
Sweet.
So, why don't you explain what that looks like real quick? He's like restrained by vines.
Yeah. So I throw Hugin, and Hugin takes flight, and for a second it looks like Hugin turns into a raven.
Nice, like leaving feathers almost behind it in its wake.
And then the blade of the axe, as it hits, it looks like the beak of the raven is like pecking into his eye.
Oh,
and
nice.
then it morphs into the axe blade, and it just like buries itself deep into his head.
Yeah, and as you do that, you just see him, and all of a sudden the vines like that have been pulling against his strength just pull him right down to the ground, and he just kind of snaps down.
And then I scream, "Oh, Father, are you watching?"
And as you do that, the axe blade starts to wiggle and comes out. And at the beginning of your next turn, it will return to your grasp. So this guy is defeated. And yeah, he's just, everybody flipping him off. All right, that was, you still have some movement. You also still have your bonus action.
It's true. I think I'll move behind Rock.
Yep. So another 5, 10 feet to get on the other side.
When I mean Rock the person.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Goliath.
Yeah.
I'm there.
And
this side?
I'm just gonna hang out there and wait.
Okay. Yeah, you just ducked it behind him. Nice. Brynn, you are up
Okay, so
in bear form.
I
One is down in front of you.
Yes, I go up to the one that is still up
Yeah.
and bite and claws.
Yeah, you just jump right on him.
Okay. So 15 plus 4, 19.
Nice.
Definitely hits.
That's 1d6 plus 2. 6. And then the claws,
That's 6 damage.
6 damage.
That's enough.
Oh,
Nice.
Would you like to explain how he dies?
So I run up and I just bite at its neck. And I'm just about to start slashing at him, but I notice that he's just kind of starting to
Yeah,
drop.
his tongue rolls out. His eyes turn to X's. And as you knock him over and bull him over, the bear just on top of him, all your weight, you kind of like pull up and roar, and you guys just see this mighty wreckage of these 2 ogres that were foolish enough to spot your fire tonight.
Yeah.
All right, and that will take us out of initiative.
Sweet.
Combat has ended.
I'm gonna jump down.
Yeah.
Boing. Hey guys, I saw some spiders all over this one, and I'm gonna search to see if I can find any spiders and catch them on the one that was roped up.
Right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Is there anything anybody else would like to do at this time?
I would like to pick up my now, what's the word? My torch that extinguished. There it is.
Yeah, you pick that up.
Yeah.
It's a little cracked. It's fine. You just kind of pull a little piece of wood off and retie the handle.
Okay.
7.
7. You go and you kind of like look, and it's just like as you're like looking, you're like, yeah, there's definitely spiders, and you're like, they're fucking on me. And you
no!
kind of like, you spend it brushing it off, and you're like, yeah, we're good.
Can I search them? Just to make sure
You can
that-
give me an investigation roll.
And I'll just cut its head off and stick it on the rocks that are there.
Yeah, you just
Definitely not just
Decorate.
a natural one.
natural. Same thing. As you get close, you just see like a spider, and it's just like perched there, and you're just like, whoa, and you like move, and it like follows you.
And I've got kind of PTSD on like
yeah,
spiders,
right.
so I'm like,
It just has like a certain color to it, almost like a gleam that reminds you of your time in the Underdark, and just the feeling of dread that bears.
So after I've got the spiders off me, can I just look at any of them? And I mean, if there's one that's still just eyeballing Brynn, can I just look to see if I know anything, can remember anything about this kind of spider?
You can roll a nature check.
Nature check? Okay. Because I spend a lot of time studying monsters in my training to be a monster slayer. Oh, geez. Oh, good. 16.
16? Yeah, you definitely, you recognize parts of this spider are very familiar to you, but not the whole thing. Its legs almost bulkier in the front and distended and long in the back, almost look like a mishmash of two different kinds of spiders. And as you get a little bit closer and it kind of turns and like threatens you, you notice its fangs are almost oversized and twisted and curving, and it looks at you with this kind of hateful stare that you wouldn't expect a little spider to do. You instantly just kind of, ugh, and squish it.
Quarterstaff.
Yeah, but and it just kind of, and then as you pull your quarterstaff away, there's like 3 or 4 more. You notice that most of these spiders are not the normal kind of.
Sorry,
Can
when I
roll
squished
an
it, did
Arcana?
it turn into more spiders?
No, you squished it, and then other ones kind of came out
came-
to like take its place,
Oh,
basically
geez.
watching you, and you can see them kind of skittering out into the forest, and these are just not natural.
Could I roll an Arcana to see, like, if I can? Could it be coming
Yeah,
from a
sure. Yeah, let's see
plane
it.
or anything?
Is there anything?
Natural
Bjorn?
20.
Nice.
Hey!
Bjorn or
I have -1s on all kind of investigation type stuff.
might roll
I'll just hang out.
yeah, you pick up its club. You kind of like swing it around. Nah, throw it in the fire. Natural 20, awesome. Yeah, you. That same visage that made you feel uncomfortable, that felt the dread in your heart, you know this to be an abomination of the abyss. This tiny little spider has traits that just whisper to you in that way that the book did,
Oh.
reminding you that there are dark forces at work.
I'd like to check on Hobart and see what's going on with him.
Sure, yeah, and as you get there, he's kind of standing up, or not. He's standing up without the top part of his mail on and grabbing his shield and drawing his sword and turning to face you and like, "Fear not, companions!"
Yeah, we're all done over here, Hobie.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
You know, I can see why you brought us along and didn't do this yourself.
well, a gentleman never sleeps in his armor. And kind of like rests and like kind of takes a seat by the fire. Fine work. I see my money and the rumors were quite accurate, especially for you, Bjorn. You proved yourself as formidable in this battle as I expected.
I appreciate the compliments,
Very
but
good.
really it's only the favor of Odin that I require.
Well, we all have our gods. Some of ours are simply right. And he kind of like lays his sword down and he starts to like undoff his armor. Like starts to take it all off. Shall we ready ourselves for bed?
You're really taking that all off again, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well,
smart.
perhaps I'll leave some of it on.
I vote Hobart takes first watch.
Also, my staff
not.
of warning does warn everyone, not just myself.
Oh, it does?
So it does warn
Okay.
everyone within 30 feet of
All right.
a person
Okay.
coming. So I'll just spin it and stick it in the ground in the center of us.
Okay.
And,
Nice.
Just face down, go to sleep.
yeah.
We're done here.
And then, yeah, I'll pass out.
Yeah. So you guys kind of move back around the fire. I assume during that search you weren't a bear.
No.
20 Arcana from the bear. Ooh! Just, what'd you find, buddy? What'd you find? And you guys get the idea that, like, you'll probably be pretty all right. There's not a lot that wants to mess with things that mess with ogres, as far as nature's concerned. All right. You guys are gonna rely on the glaive.
Glaive of War.
I'm still going to take the first watch, but
Okay.
I was wondering if I could take another look at the book I don't know if perhaps.
Hobart has it now.
So I'll sit with Hobart and
Okay.
see if I
Yeah,
can.
as he's readying his bed, like, oh, that was very dramatic. Ah, Brynn, yes. I saw you turn into a bear. That was fucking crazy. Yeah. I've heard tell of your powers, but it is another spectacle to see altogether.
I grab some earth. Yes, sir.
Oh,
You're blessed. It's okay.
oh, well, thank you. And he just kind of like looks. I'm sorry, my lord. Yeah.
Could I take another peek at that book,
The book.
perhaps?
Ah, yes. And he
scary
kind of
book.
goes through his bag. Do you speak this language? Of course, I
Yes.
remember. You told me we met in the Undercommon.
That's right.
And he'll just kind of happily hand it over to you. Do you know its secrets? I am unsure of them. My assistant had read it.
I tried to read it before, but it got the best of me. I have some trauma in my past. I shall attempt to see if I can understand anything more.
Would it help at all if I sang a song?
No.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Types of creatures.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. Give me. Yeah, let's do an Arcana roll.
13.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, as you flip it open, you kind of see some of those passages reminded you of a darker time, but you press on, and it details a strange set of mountains and a strange rolling hills. It talks a few about gates. It talks a little bit about how sometimes the abyssal planes influence the material plane, pushing their evils and their chaos through. You read on, and you find that section about the demon web. And as you're flipping through, it's a bit much. Some of it is almost gibberish. It looks like it might be even scrawled in another language or just simply madness. And as you go on, it's a bit too much, and you just cannot push on through to find any other information. But
So I'll close the book pretty strongly, and I'll look around to see if I recognize any of the hills or that it talks about.
I would say at night you
It's
won't
hard
be
to
able
tell,
to
yeah.
do that, but it's definitely something you can do
We'll
in the
try
morning.
in the morning.
Yep, definitely. Is there any other actions anybody would like to take before we take a long
One
rest?
second.
All right.
I would like to say Furoneth and I cast Zone of Truth. So a 60-foot radius around us. There's now an area magical zone that guards against deception. 15-foot radius, but it's
You're close enough. Yeah.
within our area. I can cast it 60 feet away. I screwed that up. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area or is in the area must make a charisma saving throw if trying to lie. Can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. And I will know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. So I'll know
All
if
right.
they're trying to lie.
So everybody in that 15-foot range, is there a save on the initial part, or is it only if you're lying?
Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah. So everybody make a charisma saving throw, please. And this will dictate your ability. I don't think you need to do it as a caster, my man.
Yeah, I don't know. Just doing it.
Natural 20.
11.
Natural 20,
Nice.
nice.
11.
You're fine. It's 15, so that's no good.
12.
12, yeah. So you guys are obligated to tell the truth when asked a question that you have the ability to answer.
So it says an affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
All right, and Hobart, Zone of Truth. Who is...
Yeah, that was me. I just got some questions. So...
And you would count me, Hobart Concade, a liar?
Just insurance.
I'm not making any judgments. I'm just trying to find the
It
truth.
certainly doesn't feel that way. He kind of like sits back like, oh, I failed my check. Yeah, you
Oh,
failed.
perfect.
So, Hobart, have you tried to fight this thing before, and that's why we're here now?
I have never fought this foe before.
Have you seen it?
I have never seen it before.
No? Have you ever seen any of its kind?
I don't know what it is, as I have never seen it before.
Have you come across... Do you have an inkling of what you think this thing is? You're not telling us? Is there anything you're not telling us?
There's much I haven't told you, sir.
there anything
you
about
hardly
this-
asked about how I was raised, I'll have you know.
Is there anything about this mission
Lovely
you haven't told us?
childhood. Sorry, what?
Is there anything about this mission you haven't told us?
I haven't told you.
Or about
It's
this
been
monster?
going on for far too long. I arrived 2 weeks ago, and 1 week ago, upon our failure and the loss of the mayor's daughter, we sent the message, the letter and the invitation that you received.
Okay. Were you putting your armor on intentionally slow so you didn't help us in that fight?
This armor takes an incredibly long time to doff, sir. It's...
Answer the question, Hobie.
was frightened.
Ah,
At the moment, I was not wearing my armor. I was maybe less concentrated than I needed to be. Sir, I will see you be amazing at my age. Well, although I suppose at my human lifespan, the equivalent in gnome.
I'm 92, so...
Scoops. Scoops. Can I ask him a question?
By all means.
Yeah,
Zone of truth.
everybody is affected by it.
Yeah, zone of truth.
So, Hobart, are you being compelled by some other creature to put us on this mission?
Of course.
His God. He's going to say his
My
God.
Lord
There it
God
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
compels all my actions and every swing of my sword.
Any other creatures
For
from
the-
the ethereal plane?
Or the
My
abyss.
God is the only influence on my life, sir.
Well, okay.
How about you now? You, Bjorn. Do you think you are worthy of such a great fortune for your mistrust and deeds?
Do you care to elaborate?
Do you believe that you yourself are worthy of this prize?
Indeed, I do.
And you think you are capable of killing this? The question is to all of you. I am the great Hobart Concade. Will not be questioned by people I've brought on.
I'll wake up from my sleep and I'll be like, yeah, I can kill it, and then I'll go back to sleep.
Yeah. That is the honest truth for you.
That was confident. I like that. I've spent a lot of time training and learning how to kill monsters and basically trying to take down the average height of the world, as I stated before. Trying to make the world a safer place for gnomes. And I, Scoops, Dimble, Bark, Licker, Fremlin, Dandelion, Mernig, am ready to take on this creature.
Well, then that settles it. We shall destroy this villain, and we shall emerge victorious, and a town saved, and be better for it. Whatever this foe we face it together. And if these two pitiful ogres are any challenge, then we shall laugh in the face of our enemy and destroy him, smiting him down and becoming rich beyond our wildest dreams. If that is such a paltry gift to you, and not the glory of a god's favor, of a spirit's favor, or a worthy battle, I'm not sure what you want.
Well, really, I just want to make the world a safer place for gnome kind. This whole place is dedicated to rich people that are too tall. This is why I carry this quarterstaff. Everything's so high. That's why I have a ring of jumping. Like, no one cares about the little guy. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I really am.
Well, then I wish you the most luck. in
And
your
honestly,
journey.
all this money, well, I'll keep a little, because I got to continue in my journey. But it's going to go back to my village of Milk Thistle. We've got to rebuild.
A noble cause.
Yeah.
I have underestimated you, Scoop, and for that, my apologies.
Yeah.
I mean, you did straight up cast a spell on me, but that's cool. And he kind of like rolls over into his bedroll, and you guys kind of like settle down for the night, throw another few logs on the fire, and give me a perception check as we go into our watch.
Everybody?
No, we'll just start with the first one.
Crap. Perception 5. Is it? I rolled a 5. I have. Is it passive perception or?
Nope, just perception on your skills thing. You got a +6, so that's
Plus
an
6,
11.
okay.
So
So 11.
As you're sitting there, you hear a voice. And you hear a rustle. A tiny little critter kind of runs out, this little mammalian, little like marmot, kind of
Oh,
looks up at
Friend.
you. Welcome.
friend.
The spirit of the ground has told of us, or told of your
I asked
coming.
for your favor.
Please help us. And like kind of like,
Okay, so I follow. Well, I kind of kick whoever's next to me to.
It's me.
Okay, so I'll kind of kick you.
Ah, what?
I need to follow my friend. Just 10 watch. And I follow the
Okay.
Marmot.
Okay.
boop, boop, boop. Yeah, and you kind of like move over there, and it's just kind of like timidly watching, like very nervous, kind of skittery, looks up to you. Please, stop them.
That is absolutely my intention.
Oh, and kind of takes some seed from your hand. You are strong. You will stop them. And he kind of skitters away.
And
And you guys just hear her going into a bush and talking to it.
so I'll grab some. I'll
I mean,
grab some
yeah.
rocks again.
Yeah.
And be like, thank you.
Yeah.
I can understand small beasts.
Oh, nice.
So I-
you heard some of that. And you're
Heard the
just like,
conversation. I'm like,
What the hell?
talking to a marmot?
Who are you talking to?
Awesome. You return. There are no other events. Who is taking next watch?
well, I'm up now.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, might as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
as you kind of roll over, you're like, thank you, and give me a perception check.
Perception. What's my perception? Oh, yeah, right. 24.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, you are the knight. You kind of take another spot up at the perch, kind of sitting on the head that that rock put up on there. You're just kind of watching. You got a full view. Nope, nothing happened. Yeah, a little bit of pipe. Who's taking next watch?
I believe I was last.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boing.
it was me. Perception?
go ahead.
Bjorn.
Yeah, perception.
Bjorn. It's your shift.
17.
17.
Good number.
Yeah, you kind of sit there, you stalk the fire, you use your axe, you kind of chip off a little bit of wood and get that fire kind of going. Completely uneventful.
I'm gonna wake up
kicks
and
you awake.
I'll pull my glaive out of the ground and spin it and say, apparently Baywatch wasn't enough. And then I'll roll my perception check, which was a 20.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, you've done watch before as these creatures just kind of sleep. You sit there in the night and it's very still. A few kind of little vermin make their way up to the ogre bodies and kind of take their little scavenge for the night as the circle of life continues. There is no event.
In the morning, I will let them know how there was Marmot that came to me and said, we must stop this evil.
Did
They
he
are-
say what kind of evil?
Well, the evil that is,
I mean, he's talking about the spiders. We know he's talking about.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Something's going on here with these spiders.
they're quite afraid.
Okay.
They believe in us, though.
I know I've read about. Wait a minute. We have a paladin here. Hey, Hobart,
2 of them.
what do you know about Lolth?
About what?
Lolth, the Spider Queen.
The vile demon queen of the abyss. I know only what my order has taught me and what it takes to put such a creature down.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure I have such power. This is a demon queen of the abyss, sir.
Yeah, what if it's
It's-
not her, say? What if it's like her minions?
Yeah, I think that's.
I don't think we're fighting a god today.
No.
I hope.
I don't think there's enough of us to fight a god today.
Oh. I'm aiming for
We only got
giants.
3 hours. It's a one-shot. So he just kind of measures that. Well, if this is truly a beacon of, or an avatar of her doings, of her realm, then we can only rely on our faiths.
Crap.
I go to the earth again.
Yeah. Does she always do that? Or?
I mean,
It appears so.
Right.
I'm going to say yes.
And you can see he's kind of almost finished strapping up his armor. He's made quite a hefty breakfast, though, for all his shortcomings. He's certainly brought enough food for everybody. You guys have a great meal, and he kind of signals as the sun just kind of crests over the mountains to the east that you are ready to go. And he turns to you, Brynn, if you would be so kind as to guide us again.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah, and you guys trek down into the woods from top of the ridge. Yeah, and we cut to several drone shots of you guys walking. Give me a survival check, please.
I just want to say, come up along Hobart's side as we're walking, and
Breakfast is really good. I want to say sorry about the spell, but I didn't think a paladin would have a problem with truth.
I don't. I didn't.
You seemed offended.
I just like to be asked first, is all.
Oh.
And he'll kind of like take a obviously bigger stride.
yeah.
I'd like to get up on the other side of him and say,
Oh.
Hobart, I appreciate the breakfast, and let's not let our belief in our God or our gods separate us.
You're absolutely right, sir. We can stand together and be stronger for it. And they look up and they're like, where the fuck is Brynn? Shit. And you kind of like poke your head back on the path.
15, and I've got a rock in my hand, and I'm kind of whispering to it.
Nice. And it tells you that that the mountains will rise up, and within the mountains, just slightly to your east, as your path is almost true, there is a dark cave.
Okay. And do I recognize from the book that I had been reading, the hills and mountains that it spoke of? Do I recognize kind of anything around?
Yeah, definitely. Give me a nature check, please. See if you can kind of line that with what you're seeing.
15.
15. Oh, just not quite. You see steep mountains as it speaks of, and you see kind of an odd formation. In the book, it spoke of the mouth of the cave having been twisted by the evil magics that wherever these gates form, they have a tendency to change the land. And just as you kind of lower your stone, you see just barely over the trees a slightly odder looking mountain in the direction the stone spoke of.
Okay.
Get an idea, but not exact confirmation.
I believe it is that way to the east, and I point towards the area.
Right on. And with a good kind of trailblazing roll like that, you guys with relative ease discover after only about 4 or 5 hours, which puts you guys at kind of the midday, at the midday time as it's almost noon. Sun is just blazing in the air, and you walk through the forest. And as you guys reach a steep, you picking up rocks every so often and doing a whisper and guiding your party up, you come to a slight clearing, and a whispering wind almost blowing through this meadow, made only more eerie by the white hanging lines of silk draped over the trees, climbing and crawling up almost everything, and leading into the mouth of a cave. The mouth of a cave. Yeah. So you guys come through the forest. You guys come through the forest. Thank you, Andrew. And this is absolutely the Weaver's Wood, and you see through the mouth a wide entrance, almost mine-like, as if it had once served a grander purpose.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and we'll just hold off on that one for the reveal. Thanks. Yeah, and as you guys enter in, I will have to jump through. Boop, bop, beep. All of you, the 5 of you, come out of the Weaver's Wood and enter this cave covered in silk residue.
Is there any...
It is dark.
Is it just along the walls as we see here, or is there any spanning across?
Nothing that you can tell spanning across.
Okay.
If you'd like to make a perception check, you can do that now. Yeah. It will be at disadvantage beyond 30 feet, as this is extremely dark in here.
Is it magically dark?
Unnaturally dark.
Oh.
I'd like to light my torch.
Yeah, absolutely, easily done.
And
the torch lights up and gives off, it will give off bright light for 30 feet. So that extends your guys' to 45 feet that you can see clearly.
15 for perception.
15 for perception. You do see right here. At there. You can just see kind of at that line, at the dividing line, there is a few kind of spanning across.
I'd like to test
And you can let everybody know.
my torch against the web or the silk.
Yeah, and as you touch it, it instantly ignites, and it burns for about 10 feet and deeper, almost as you do that, and it burns to the tips of each web, kind of receding from the heat. You reveal small little spiders kind of skittering and scattering, and that light lights it up, and you see the ground on the cave is just tiny little creatures kind of skittering away from the light, and that darkness at the end of that narrow pass that you can just barely make out as that light fades, that darkness almost breathe out and exhale, and you see the waving of the web, and it's at that moment that it just catches the light and you see that web spanning across.
Okay, I had the same thought, but with spiders, when something touches the web, they become aware. If we want to catch this thing unawares, it might be too late now. But maybe we shouldn't unsettle as much web as possible so it doesn't know where we are.
I'll do my best.
As you duck into the cave.
Perhaps I can do some reconnaissance by turning into a spider.
Ooh.
Oh.
I might be able to do a little bit of...
Okay. Did just to make sure everybody on your D&D Beyond, press long rest in the top right corner there.
I didn't, but only because I just unclicked my spell slot.
Yeah,
I didn't take any damage.
Yeah. Just keep that in mind for next time. Whenever you take a long rest, just click that button because it'll actually do your hit points too.
Yeah.
At the very top, next to
anyone
campaign,
take any damage?
on the same line with the they those guys didn't hit you.
Yeah.
You guys are beasts.
We worked them.
Yeah, you guys wrecked them.
Yeah, up the top it says share, short rest, long rest, and then campaign.
All right, how would you guys like to continue on the
I rolled
marching order?
5, but not that.
5?
For perception.
For perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do not see anything.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 for perception? Yeah, you can see that there is not only one web here, but another one back here. So I got little markers? No, I don't, but I do have die. Boop, bop, boop. So there's a web here and a web here.
Yeah, so I got 23.
Perception?
Yeah.
And as you guys walk in, your guys' eyes all adjust. Yours don't. You're kind of like looking at your glaive like, I'll cut through these fucking webs so easy.
There's a torch lit too.
Yeah,
So we can see
yeah. Well, webs ain't shit. So how would you guys like to proceed? I'll need a marching order, or if you'd like to do some recon, now is the time.
Yeah. My microphone is doing a funny thing though.
Oh, careful.
Sorry. Okay, so yeah, I want to turn into a spider to do a little bit of a.
Okay. Like baby spider, like a
Baby
tiny,
spider.
like a little bitty spider.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just throw this one on, although you're
tiny
not going to be
beast.
quite as large.
Brynn, don't get too far away in case they realize it's you.
Yeah.
If-
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you
Except
want, I can flick it as far as you can go.
That-
but if you
As
wanna
a
go real far.
spider, if it's any drow or anything, they will not.
Give me a wisdom saving
Oh,
throw, please.
As I was saying. 12
Plus 6, I believe.
plus 6. Okay, so 17.
17, just enough. So you hear a pressing and a whispering calling you to the inner chamber, and you start to almost walk away as Scoops is talking, and you stop. You are not a spider, and you do not have to listen to this. But there is absolutely a beckoning, and as you reach this tiny little form of a spider, you have a clear view all around you. There are tiny spiders almost flooding in from the outside forest.
Do
And-
you see
No,
this?
did you see that? I'm
Yeah,
just
you
reacting.
see
is
this
Trevor
as
reacting.
a tiny spider. You have a better vantage of all these little creatures, as well as your blind sight that is 10 feet. So you can feel all the little spiders walking around. How would you like to proceed?
I'm going to go back to my party.
Okay.
And alert them to all the little spiders coming from the back.
You can't speak as a spider.
Right, I'm going to have to turn back.
You're
into
like
Brynn.
doing all these motions, and you guys are like, there's actually a few spiders around.
Yeah.
I've
You're
lost
like- and
Brynn.
there's this one kind of like tripping out in front of you, and you're just like, that must be her.
Yeah.
You don't,
Yeah, no, I come back to myself.
yeah. Okay.
oh.
So yeah, cancel your wild shape, and you'll pop back.
Yeah. So there are a lot of spiders all behind us coming from the forest. And something called to me, but I was able to resist it from in the cave. I dared not go much further as I don't believe that I didn't want it to try to persuade me into doing something I didn't want to do.
I'll just turn to the party and I'll say, sounds exactly like what we're looking for.
Sorry?
He said it sounds exactly like what we're looking for,
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
probably right.
I believe we're in the right spot.
Yeah.
All right. So what is are you guys going to move in
I mean,
or
yeah,
call it quits?
we didn't
Yeah.
get all dressed up for nothing.
I'm happy to
What
take
is
the
your
lead.
marching order?
I'm happy to take the lead if you want.
Yeah.
Get in there, big guy.
Sure. I'll go first and try and stay as
Okay.
low to the ground as possible.
Watch out for that spider.
Would you guys like to be sneaking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hobart gladly takes the rear.
Oh, bugger.
What is everybody else's order?
I'll, right in the middle.
I'll be second so I can
And then you're
help
on the
guide.
back.
I'd like to be kind of on Rock's heels.
You want to be second?
Oh.
Or you guys
Yeah.
can stack the second
Sure.
position?
Side by each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Like
both fit behind me.
scanning the area as we proceed for any available cover.
It looks like the walls are completely webbed up. You can always try to push in. I mean, web is soft.
Hey, Hobart. Do you
Yes.
do you have any kind of godly spells to protect an area away from evil? Like a warding?
Not prepared today, unfortunately. I came for combat.
Ah, crap. Okay, does anyone have a way to block more spiders from getting in here?
Yeah.
And blocking the mouth of the cave so that they don't keep coming. If you're saying there's a flood of them,
Yeah.
let's cut it off. You know what
I think I can.
Oh.
I've got mold earth, and I can kind of block the entrance to the cave to like move the earth so that
Sounds
no
good.
more spiders can come in.
Yeah. You just,
That'll work.
That's a great
cast
idea.
that spell. It is a cantrip.
Yeah.
You can only move
It's a kid.
5 feet per. So to fill that gap would take you a little while. Because
Okay.
you can only make basically a 5-foot cube at a time.
Okay. And how many feet is it?
I'd say there's about 25 feet across and about 20 feet tall.
So it would take me like a while.
But it's a cantrip. You can just be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah. I'll say it takes about 10 minutes.
Okay. That's not bad.
And as you're doing that, you can see the spiders almost like funneling in through as it gets narrow and narrow. You raise that last brick, and the cave around you guys just falls dark
Minus
as
the
you've blocked all the lights.
there's one torch.
Save for the torch flickering behind you. And as you do that, there is a loud rumble and a growl.
I think we pissed her off.
You see these webs move, and all of a sudden, spiders, large spiders, running across the walls, flooding into the end chamber. And we're going to take a break there.
Oh, God.
As you guys have sealed yourselves in. We'll be right back in 10 minutes with the conclusion of One Shot or Not, The Shadow of Chelirata. Welcome back to A Filthy Quest Line. One Shot or Not, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5e. Shadow of Chelirata, homebrew little mission that we got. You guys are reaching the conclusion. You have just barricaded yourselves using mold earth inside of this tunnel, but also keeping more spiders and possibly more minions of what you believe is some abyssal spider at the end of this tunnel. And you guys are just starting to move down, completely aware of 2 webs in front of you. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna burn the webs.
Okay,
I'm going to light a torch.
so yeah, we got 2 torches going.
I was gonna use produce flame, but
Does it cost you any spell slots?
no, it's a
Cantrip.
Nice.
cantrip. Yeah.
Yeah, that will work. It's you guys see the web quite flammable, so it kind of goes up relative ease, especially these 2. All right.
Yeah.
As you guys
we
move
advance.
forward, burning that, you can hear the skittering gathering in the deep cavern in front of you. Right before you guys cross this threshold, is there any other actions you would like to take or prepare? Keeping in mind that you can prepare actions, but a prepared spell will still cost the slot. And the way you can do that is, upon seeing the bad guy, I will fire my bow. And then you can move in kind of one by one. And that is a way to kind of hopefully get an advantage on it. But whoever goes in first, as you guys can only assume, you guys started the party by lighting the fire.
I'm gonna come up behind Rock and just touch his leg because he's huge. And I just say, I pull out some holy
squish
water.
2 spiders.
And I sprinkle it on his gross on his leg, and I just say Golath Duiann, and I cast protection from good and evil.
Nice.
So he now has protection against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. And if creatures of those types attack him, they have disadvantage. The target can also not be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Oh, damn.
I'm rarely frightened. I'll with my offhand, I'll pull out my trident and then just like ready it to throw if I see said monster.
Okay.
We go through.
Trident is ready.
Already Hugin and Munin.
Good, ready to toss them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
What do we see through now that we've advanced?
More magical darkness.
Okay, I'm
Your
just gonna,
light seems to be tempered. You get the idea that in there, you won't be casting bright light. You'll be casting dim light.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw a torch
Okay.
as far as I can, see if it hits anything. Or
Sure. Give me a
Strength
throw.
check?
Yeah. No, it'll be Dex for
Dex.
a throw.
sounds great. What is that? Just straight dex.
Yeah.
Okay, 14.
14. Yeah, you make it a pretty good way in, and as it flies into the room, you just see the torch over end. You see webs. You see the cavern rise up above as it spins and crashes against what looks to be some kind of wall or structure, only 30 or 40 feet into the room, and it kind of skitters across. You see a little bit of that web burn, and in that lingering, you just see the kind of shadow cast by large legs, almost stepping back and around. Let's bring it in, my man. This. Pull ahead.
What were you doing?
I am going to
Yeah.
cast spider climb so I can go on the walls.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Mark that one down. Is that concentration? Spot a
It
climb.
is, yeah, it is concentration
Concentration.
up to an hour.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Oh, mine was also concentration on his protection.
Okay. Good.
Up
Good.
to
Thanks.
10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. We won't be here for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys saw basically it run into this area and light up a little bit of this web burning away.
Still lit?
No, it kind of tumbles down onto the ground and just kind of snuffs out.
Crap. Yeah. All right. Well, shall we?
I guess I'll step through the doorway. My trident only has 20 feet of range or 60 at disadvantage. What range am I from where we saw like the shape of the? I guess I can move in 30 feet. I guess.
You're about 40 feet from where you saw the torch land.
But in seeing the torch, did we not see the spider? We saw a shadow of
You
it.
just saw like almost like a leg spinning away, and like as it tumbles to the ground, you just hear that leg hit the torch. And you hear the wood kind of crack.
Can I just blind throw it? I guess in that direction.
Hell yeah, you can.
Cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll light another torch and lob it just sort of 10 feet ahead of us.
Oh, it'll just take his action
Yeah,
here.
that's fine.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I
Oh.
still have my
Something.
Sweet.
Roll damage.
Cool. My trident is only 1d6 plus 3.
Oh, sorry, was that at disadvantage?
If I
Should be.
If I was, because it's dark.
Because, yeah, you're blind firing.
Let's do the roll again.
Catch.
What did you fire?
That's even higher. So.
Okay. Roll damage for your trident. He just pulled out a trident and was just like, let's go.
Spiders! I hate them.
1d8 plus 3, and that is 8 damage.
8 damage. And you just hear it do 8 damage to something.
Nice.
All right.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, I lit another torch and just sort of like tossed it a lot closer,
Yeah.
but like just 10 feet ahead, like kind of in past the little bit.
Yeah, and as it lands in there, you guys just see kind of lighting up the room, that darkness just kind of lingering a little bit. Filling up pretty much this, you can see side to side is about 60 feet, and it's about 30 feet from the entrance to here. You see skittering legs kind of retreat into the webs. Where it landed on the ground, the webs just kind of slowly burning in a light circle around it, and silence.
Can I spider climb a little bit in so that I can do a bit of a search?
Go ahead. Would you like to stealth in?
Yes, please.
Yep. Okay, go ahead. You see this kind of, you just see her kind of like skittering across the wall.
That's disturbing.
So that was 14 plus. Would it be under?
Oh, it's on your middle table.
Yeah.
Your skills.
the
Stealth,
bottom.
near the bottom.
Stealth plus 2, so 16.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You are pretty stealthy. You feel like nothing has seen you come in.
Okay.
And it might have helped that you were skittering across the webs, unlike you might be expected to.
Yeah.
Kind of climb up carefully, making your way up and around, and you can get a pretty good view of the place. What would you like to do?
I'd like to search to see if I see any.
Okay,
like,
give me a perception check, please. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else any of you guys would like to do as she sneaks in there?
Lead the way, big guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just inside the mouthway right now.
Yeah, you're just kind of right at the edge.
There you go.
That's 20.
Oh, nice.
Perception.
Natural 20?
No.
Oh, okay. And as you look out and kind of come to your perch, you see something coming around the edge, and you notice that this is not the top of the cave. The cave kind of comes up and around here. This is a flat, open surface. That is about 20 feet above the ground, and behind it you just see two giant legs of a spider-like creature almost bend around the corner. And it seems to be almost making its way up and over to take a perch here. You see this. Wow.
Okay.
This-
Cute.
Only visible to her so far?
What's that, sorry?
Only visible to the druid so far?
Yes.
Copy. I guess I'll just keep I'll put my my glaive out in front of me and kind of start slowly inching towards the direction that I was throwing the initial javelin.
Yeah, and as that torch lights up, you can see your javelin like wedged in, and then there's just like the tiny, like a smaller spider, one that you saw like skitter in from the hallway, just pinned to the ground, just.
Nice.
Because you were crazy lucky. So yeah, here you go. I'll say this is the torch, giving us an idea where we can see. You guys do you follow?
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Everybody, actually the three of you following him in, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Can I?
I'm.
Not you.
Separate.
You're out of the room.
So me, sorry.
Yeah, you as well.
Jeez. 8 plus 3, 11.
11,
15.
15,
13 plus perception. Plus 4 is 17.
17. Not quite enough. You guys get in there and let's. Hobart's gone.
God damn it.
He made it
Wait.
up before we closed
How
it.
did he leave?
How'd he get out the mouth of the cave? He just didn't follow us in.
No, he was here when you guys put up the wall.
Yeah.
He's
No, I
just
mean,
not here now.
He didn't follow us in.
Yeah, no, he didn't follow you guys in. He's gone.
Wow.
Classic.
I knew it.
So can I just I'm just gonna stab the one that I pinned and kill it just to maybe
Yeah,
aggravate.
you just kind of grab your trident and step on its head, just crushing it as you pull your trident out and kind of scan the area.
And I'll put my trident away at the same time, and then scan. I'll scan to see if that made anything move.
Yeah.
Brynn?
That's only a 15 for perception.
I
guess
you
we're-
do not see it.
Okay.
And just then, you guys hear a howling. kind of pouring in from the other side of this pillar. And the darkness pushes in on the torch. The fire flickering, almost losing its flame, but it stays alit. As that shadow kind of rises, you see as it rises up and over as you place your trident in its holding and kind of turn around and you have your back to it. You will have the choice of one action right now.
Moonbeam, please.
Moonbeam? All right, you cast Moonbeam. And as you do that, 2 swarms of spiders swarm out of there. Give me Moonbeam. Let's go.
Okay. So, when a creature
At second level, that is concentration. You no longer have spider climb.
Okay.
I'll say you're on like a little ridge, like you're
Okay.
fine. You
Yeah.
are about 20 feet off the ground.
On a little ledge?
Yeah, you're on a little ledge. You're
Okay.
like, you're out of the web. You're safe.
Okay.
But yeah, spider climb does drop.
Okay.
A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius in a 40-foot cylinder on a point within range. So where would you like it to hit?
On the big bad.
Big bad. Okay. Yeah, so it'll just like right in
Like
the
right
center.
on its head kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So that's, when the creature enters the spell for the first time. Constitution saving throw. Oh, that's a good one against this.
Breakfast, your mind or your body?
My finger is all of a sudden really bleeding.
12. What is the save DC?
Oh.
What? Oh, geez Louise.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely 10 to that.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
You take some slashing damage from an unknown source.
No,
No, sorry.
bloody finger. God.
Okay.
Well, I think you hit.
Wrong target.
Yeah, wrong target. Great. So what is your spell DC, please? That'll be your proficiency.
When you click on spells,
Plus your
it should
wisdom,
say
yeah.
there's modifier, spell attack, and save DC.
Spells. Save DC 14.
14. It fails.
It fails.
So it will suffer the full effects of that, which is 2d10.
Yeah.
Radiant damage and half as much on a successful one. Nice.
Radiant damage. I wonder if that'll do extra because it's a demon. Maybe.
You will find out very shortly.
So, what did that look like? Was that like a bolt of white light?
A silvery beam.
Yeah.
So we see that, right?
Yeah, and I believe it does cast light. A beam of pale light shines down.
Homework the game, everyone.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I don't think. Well, I'll say it sheds a bit of light. You guys get a full, like, just backlit visage of this creature getting smashed into like this radiant light, almost hits its body, and for a second you just see a writhing mass of millions of spiders, and then all of a sudden the light pushes through the scattering spiders and hits the ground underneath it. And it takes
15.
Nice.
15. That is a wicked opener. 15. I'll just write it down there. All right. Bjorn returns. More powerful, like a Super Saiyan or something. All right. I'm going to get rid of this.
That's why the hair's
We
yellow.
jump into the final combat.
It's the final
Everybody, please roll initiative.
initiative.
Oh, damn. 3.
Since I get advantage on initiative, I got an 18.
18, nice.
I got a 19.
5 altogether.
8 altogether.
8.
Oof.
5. We're a dancer. Oh, lucky. Man, I suck at this game. Not bad. And they were both the same, so that's great. Here we go. 5, 2, 19 was Scoops.
Yup.
Rock. 8, Bjorn.
Actions. What do I have for bonus actions?
7, Brynn? Oh no, 5 for you.
Did you say 8 for me?
18 for you.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
7 for the swarms. And 2 for the horrid dancer.
Horrid dancer.
And you've taken 15 damage. Awesome. Great start. So yeah, it just rears up as the light kind of pushes all the way through it. You guys see this 8-legged monstrosity that is connected pieces and just a writhing mass shifting like a shadow, a giant spider made of millions of spiders.
Called it.
Yeah. All right. Scoops.
Okay, I am going to. Sucks that this takes an actual action, not a bonus action, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to use Hunter's Sense. So as an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from a divination magic.
Sure.
Yeah. So vulnerabilities, resistances, and immunities.
Does it just automatically happen, or do I get a save against it?
It just happens.
Damn. What's that called?
Hunter's Sense.
Hunter's Sense. Cool.
Monster Slay.
Right on. It has condition immunities, pretty much all of them. Not be restrained, as it is an amorphous cloud and a swarm. And is vulnerable. You get the idea. No, not vulnerabilities, right? It was just.
No, vulnerabilities. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I learned vulnerabilities.
That's powerful stuff. You learn that it is vulnerable to bludgeoning and force damage, and damage resistant to slashing. The swarm cannot be cut. It needs to be smashed.
Damn. Oh, okay. Okay. Well then, that took my action. So I am going to use my bonus action just to say, because I also, Hunter Sense tells me what it is.
It is the horrid dancer.
Horrid dancer.
Guys, it's a horrid dancer. It's millions of spiders. We can't cut it. We have to basically smash it.
Yep, yeah. That's all good.
There we go.
Would you like to take any movement?
I'm good.
So the way this is going to work for me is the web on the ground is difficult terrain. The web on the walls you can be caught in. So any close to the walls.
Can I light a torch for my bonus action instead?
Yeah, you could pull your torch out.
Sure.
And you have a torch in one hand.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Rock, you're next, and then Bjorn, you're on deck.
So it's right, not slashing, but piercing is still a no-go? It's just bludgeoning?
Piercing is just regular. So piercing, you can pierce it. Slash is just resistant to, so it's half.
Okay.
And a vulnerable means it's doubled.
Okay.
Just use the flat edge.
Fly swatter.
Yeah.
All right. No movement? You're done?
I'm gonna move. Actually, since I lit a torch, I'm gonna move towards some webbing and
This side?
discard my torch into the web. Set it on fire if I can.
Yeah, you can just kind of drop it as a free action.
I am
Rock.
going to. I guess I'm just going to throw 2 javelins since I can't slash very well. So I'll do that. And that is a.
Bludgeoning. Jesus. All right.
Sorry. I didn't equip it. That is, the first one is a 15.
That hits. It ties its AC.
15, so that is 1d6 plus 3. And that is 8 damage. And the second javelin, that is a 25,
That definitely hits.
and that is 6 damage.
6 damage. Nice, not bad.
And
So
then-
yeah, as you throw it at it, it kind of like flies towards it and actually wedges in the core of this. You get and suddenly you see the the millions of spiders kind of spread around. You see almost like a fungal core to it. And you start, and it makes a bit more sense because of your hunter's ability, that it's almost like a mass of odd and otherworldly fungus at the core of this, and the spiders are kind of weaving in and out of it.
So for my bonus action, I'll just kind of ready my my glaive towards the spider masses, and just hopefully prepare myself for it attacking me.
Would you like to move at all?
No, I kind of want it to attack me, so I'm just gonna stay
All right.
where I am.
Nice. Good hit. Bjorn, we're on to you.
Whereabouts am I? I can't really see from here.
You are here. Just clock that.
Pivot.
Okay. What's the little pyramid?
These things are swarms of spiders.
Oh, okay. Well, I will. Can I throw an axe with the blunt end facing towards the spider?
Yeah, I think so. I think at this level you could definitely pull that off. At this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see it.
Flip it around.
Right towards the center.
You'll do less damage as a result. It's 1d4 for the blunt end.
Okay. 7.
7. Yeah, you throw it and
It does.
and it just like kind of moves its leg, and it almost turns to face you. You see through the moonlight like cavities where the eyes would be, but it is just like an indent almost in that like fungal form. But it does appear to be looking at you.
Great.
What else would you like to do? You have a bonus action and a move still.
I'd like to hide behind rock.
Which rock?
The person rock.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You guys can call me Duiann if you want to.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, okay, you kind of like go in behind him, like just kind of taking a defensive stance, almost like back to back.
Yeah.
All right, and as you do that, no bonus action?
I don't know what I could really do. I'll light a torch and throw it into the.
Yeah, you can, toss
Burn
your
some
torch.
web,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we'll say you like throw it into this over here, and it kind of like burns away some of that web, kind of clearing up the ground in front of you.
Okay.
And as you do that, you hear the horrid dancer just reel back, and its focus almost trains in on you. As you see tiny little sparks and little embers that were once spiders just kind of flicking off the web. Mama don't like no fire. So the swarm is going to go 20 to rock. And this one will come over
20 feet from me?
20 feet towards you, so it's going to be entering your range.
Can I use my...
Yep, you can take your reaction. And also scoops.
I rolled a natural 1, so...
Okay.
Oh,
miss.
no.
Yeah, as you kind of like swing at it with your glaive, they just kind of like part and move, and it's like a wave that just rushes all over you. It'll actually enter your space and attack you. Scoops as well. Do you have any reactions for it? That is a
That's a good question.
16. Where is it? 3. 18 to hit.
That's my AC.
So that's a tie that it hits. So they kind of like crawl into your armor, and they will attack and do. We'll just take the average here. They will do 8 damage. And that was an 18 to you. I'm just going to roll the swarms as one thing. When one attacks, they all attack.
Yeah, the only reaction I have is opportunity attack, but that can only
Only when they're exiting.
when they're
yeah.
exiting, right?
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, you'll also take 8 damage
Okay.
as the swarm kind of enters your space. Brynn, you're up.
Okay. I am. I'm looking for my.
Your amulet. Yeah. I don't think you have it yet. Give me a second. If you'd like to use it now, you can absolutely do that, and I'll just make sure it lands in your equipment here really quick.
What was the name of the spell that it did?
Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Okay.
What the hell did it call it?
Okay, so
Sweet. I got this.
I'm gonna grab an amulet on me. It's a large medallion, a locket. I open it and I stick my hand through it, and as I stick my hand through it, a rock hand it creates behind the spider swarm.
Whoa.
And grapples it.
All right. Give me an attack roll. So that's a D20.
That's super cool.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Awesome.
Clutch.
Yeah.
Super close.
And this thing just drives up and does it look like a hand or is it just like earth?
Basically like a rock hand. So it's
Yeah.
a hand, but it's made out of stone.
Awesome. Yeah.
Strong hands.
And it just comes up and just grabs it by the body, completely surprising it. Roll damage. I think that's 2d6 for the Maximilian's Grasp, and then you're able to do 1d6 of damage every time after.
7.
Nice. And then that is doubled. So 14 total
Yeah.
from the fist. Nice. And as you slam into the body and do that damage, it kind of reels, and one of its legs, like caught in one of the digits, basically just snaps off.
Oh.
And hits the ground. And as it does, it starts to undulate and move.
So is it still grappled or no?
It is absolutely still grappled. So at the start of its turn, it'll have to use its strength to break that grapple. Amazing move. So it's stuck in moonlight, unless that's a concentration spell.
The moonlight is Maximilian?
No, you don't have to because it's your item.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, you can do that. We'll say, awesome.
Yeah.
Great move. Would you like to do anything else? So that was your
Does
action.
Moonbeam do anything more
It will on its turn.
on its turn? Okay.
Now?
Yeah, which is right now.
I'm gonna move a little bit.
Okay, you'll have half your movement because it's difficult terrain. You're climbing.
Right. Did it turn its gaze on me?
No.
No. Okay, then I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Great turn. Holy crap. I knew it. I knew you guys were just gonna come in here and just lay waste. I love it. The horrid dancer just reels back, and it's kind of hit like this thing just really hates magic. It's going to attempt to break out of the grasp.
Break free.
Okay. Well, you guys win. No, I'm just kidding. It got a 3, and it's not very strong. So it's a total of 6. So it tries to break out, and it just can't really move, and it just kind of just screams, looking over towards you, Casey. It apparently cuts your hand again.
Your hand is still.
Yeah. So it's going to attack you with an acid arrow. So it casts acid arrow at you, which has a +4 for a total of 15.
Ooh. Ouch.
What's your AC?
No, total of 15 to attack, to hit.
To attack. My AC is 14.
Oh, it hit.
Nice. One for the good guys, awesome. Here we go. I'll say 14.
Turns your hand black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
We'll do 7 points of damage.
7
to you,
points of damage.
Acid damage.
Okay.
Yeah, geez. What else can I do? I got 2 of those.
Acid damage.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, take some damage actually. It'll take 1d6 of damage if you want to roll that from the moonbeam, please. That's what it'll do. And it will 6 more. Damn. 2 more.
So how much damage did I take?
Crawl out.
Was it 7? Did I take 7 damage or
7.
7.
7? Okay.
Yeah. It will conjure 2 more spiders.
Get rid of
Are these regular spiders or still?
Yeah, well, these are like giant fiendish spiders, similar to the one you killed, so they don't have a lot, but they can probably poison you more than these swarms can. All right. That is the Horde Dancer's turn. We're back to Scoops.
Scoops! Okay.
Brock, you're on deck. Bjorn, you're after that.
So, I'm switching my concentration. I'm going to cast, use a bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike on myself, which I move like the wind until the spell ends. My movement does not provoke opportunity attacks,
Nice.
and I am gunsta. Oh, how far am I from rock?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, then I am going to, if I can, I want to jump onto Rock's shoulder and then jump up to the spider. I got my ring of jumping, which if after I move 10 feet, I can jump
All right,
40.
give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check.
Because, it's just a bonus action for this. So, yeah, give me an acrobatics for just the cleanliness of it coming off of his shoulder.
12.
That's enough.
Sweet.
You kind of click your boots at just the right moment. You see him coming, and you just kind of like lower your shoulder. And as he lands, all you do is kind of just right yourself up on your glaive, and you will come up. And you are here.
Sweet. Can I reach it with my 5-foot quarterstaff?
Yeah, I'd say you can kind of hit this leg here.
I can just hit the leg?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on 1 weapon attack roll. On my turn, the attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on hit.
Let's do it.
Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. And my walking speed increased by 30 feet until the end of the turn.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
reading
enough-
it here.
give
Yeah,
enough
so you
to
can
do it.
definitely make it.
Right. Okay. Oh right, I'm swinging with my.
And you guys can take a sync point for that.
Sweet.
It's
That
kind
was
of
my
like
goal.
a modified point of inspiration. So you guys can actually like get a free turn in combat.
That was my intention. That is a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
It's got an AC of 15.
Okay, so
So good do damage. Definitely gonna smash this to bits
so it's bludgeoning damage with the
with
quarter
the staff. Yep. Just give me that one first.
Oh wow, lame. That couldn't have been worse. With my D8 and my D6, I rolled a 1 each.
Oh.
So that's 1. So that's 3 for the staff, and then 1 force damage. So 4 damage. But I get a second attack.
Yeah.
And we can't use the sync points in order to get others to re-roll something, right?
No, it's like joining in, like you're getting a free turn
Yeah. Okay.
in the initiative order.
Okay.
Yeah. Darn, 4 damage. But that is doubled because, as you know, that is vulnerable to both bludgeoning and force.
So 8.
So
Better
it
than
does
4.
8 damage, and as you do that, I can't really do that because it'll fall. But its leg just disintegrate, and all the spiders just shatter. And where you saw the other one that was removed become a swarm of spiders on the ground, this one is just goo, and it kind of like reels back. It doesn't look like it can reform its limbs if you do that.
Do I have something in range to use my second attack on now?
Yeah, well, you can still attack part of that leg. It just kind of like destroyed the bottom section of it.
Oh, okay. Do I have any movement left because I had the additional 30 feet?
Yeah, I'd say you probably have about 10 feet.
If I go further forward, can I hit the center mass?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to approach the center mass.
Okay.
And I forgot to use my advantage on that attack roll.
Oh, because you got the hunter's mark, didn't you? No, that's
No,
not
I'm because of the Zephyr Strike.
Zephyr Strike.
I forgot to use my advantage.
Nice. Well, do it now, I guess. It's too quick for your own good.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Sweet. But this does not have the additional force damage. But it is bludgeoning. 4, so 6 doubled.
Just the die doubled.
Oh, right. 8, so 10. 10 damage. 10 bludgeoning damage.
10.
Ah, poof, poof.
That just doubled to 20, because it's vulnerable to that. So you just disintegrate it, and you just lay into its body, and you just see a huge chunk of it fall away. And as you do, it kind of reels back, and you see that it's like a fungal mound. You in your travels have heard of a shambling mound, and you see laden in it a skeleton kind of encased in it, and you get the idea that this creature might be related in some way to a shambling mound. That has become affected by the demon web abyssal plane. Right on.
The little swarm guy next to me, is it touching me?
Yeah, he's basically in your range.
Cool. I'm going to use inflict wounds
Nice.
on it. And that is, oh god, a 10.
10 does not hit.
And then I guess, can I still use my bonus attack of my staff even if I didn't use my staff previously?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Cool, so let's use my bonus attack for the back end, which is a 18.
Yeah, all right. That definitely hits.
And then, God damn it. I rolled a 1, so I get a re-roll,
Nice.
and it's a 2. 2
Plus or no?
2.
So that'll be 4
Oh,
damage.
because it's the back end, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because
that's
it's
just-
bludgeoning.
Sweet.
So you just squish a huge portion of them.
Cool.
Squish, squash.
Would you like to?
And then I
move,
guess I will. How high is? Can I climb the center?
Yeah,
mass?
you can definitely climb that.
Cool.
Give me an athletics check. With this, give me an athletics check. Based on your roll, we'll see how well you do against the web.
17.
Yeah, you crawl right through it.
Cool. So I'll just run up there and
Yeah.
then hang out. I should have done that first.
And as you think that as you get up there, and you're just kind of like fucking things, and they're going to attempt to attack as you leave their range, and that'll be a 13 to hit.
18.
So they go to bite, and you just as you kind of crawl through it, your armor just kind of squishes and destroys them. All right, Bjorn.
I'd like to equip my short bow.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and at the beginning of your turn, your axe returns to you.
nice. Okay, so now with the short bow equipped, I would like to take aim for one of the legs.
Yeah, sure. Can
Okay.
say this one.
Yeah,
Nice.
and the highest segment that I can hit.
Okay.
Okay,
Go ahead.
10.
That is not hit.
Damn it.
There's no
So
plus.
Hey?
10 plus? No 10 plus?
It'll be a +6. You're
Plus six.
proficient with your short bow, and you have a dex of 3.
Oh yeah,
So
Okay.
you get a +6 to that. 16.
16. Yeah.
16 does hit.
Does hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 15 AC.
Okay. So I roll 1d6.
Yep.
Okay.
1d6 plus 3.
Oh, 6.
6 plus 3, 9 damage. Nice.
Nice.
9
Nice.
piercing. Yeah, so as it goes in, it almost unaffected, and then it kind of shifts its body, still trying to pull away from the stone fist that grabs it, and you just see it kind of pinch in, and some of that green ooze kind of flush out from the center of this writhing mass, and your arrow just kind of falls out of it. Damage done. What else would you like to do?
that was my action.
Yep.
Did it cost me an action to equip my short bow?
No, that's a free action to.
Okay. So then for my bonus action, I can't see anything.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Wow! You win.
Slayed the spider.
Oh god, I'll never get him back where he was. He's awesome.
I'd like to just light a torch and just drop it into that swarm right next to us.
Okay, bonus action. Well, it'll be a bonus action to light it. You'll have a
okay.
lit torch in your hand.
Okay, let's just do that.
Okay. Yeah. So you're holding a lit torch, and it is the swarm's go. This one will come at you, kind of entering your space for a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. It will come at you. Oh, and they're doing 8 damage.
Okay, I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge.
Okay.
So it halves it.
Cuts that in half.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just get real good at the like.
Yeah.
Yeah, fast hands, torching it off. Yeah, almost like the torch is helping you. Just in the end. Awesome. So this one will come over to you.
Take that.
But it'll use its action to go around the fire.
Okay.
I pull out a can of Raid.
So that was a total of 4 damage, right, with the halving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. All right. That was swarm. This swarm's coming at you.
Is it another swarm up top?
Yeah, the leg that
that
he
leg turned
removed,
into a
that the grasp removed. So that's going to bite at you for an 18.
That ties.
8 damage.
Can I use Hellish Rebuke on it
Yeah, sure.
as a reaction? So that is.
Oh, Hellish Rebuke. Oh, nice.
That is a non-natural 20.
Yep, definitely that is successful. Roll some damage.
2d what? Where did it go? 2d10.
Oh, hi.
That is a. So the one was a 2, so I got to re-roll that.
Yep.
1 or 2s. So that is 7 plus 4 is 11.
Damn.
Fire damage.
11 fire damage.
And yeah, they just burn up. It absolutely just ignites them, and they are all destroyed. And that is the end of them. And you could just kind of see that leg kind of stumble back and like waver as the Horde Dancer is just losing its legs one by one. All right, that's it. We're over to the Horde Dancer. Nope, sorry, Brynn.
Brynn, yeah, Brynn.
Give me a D6,
Yeah,
Moonbeam.
Yeah. 5. And then I'm going to use my action to crush it with the hand that's there.
Okay. Yeah, that's another.
Another 2d6.
Yep.
4.
4 damage.
Yeah. And then
up.
can I use movement? I'm gonna try to start getting down.
Okay. Yeah. What's your movement? 30.
30.
Yeah, you'll be about halfway up.
Okay.
Just kind of sticky in there for now. Bloop.
Just hanging there.
Yeah, you're about 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
But do give me a dex saving throw because the walls are very, very sticky.
Okay.
And then the Horde Dancer will go and attempt to
It's a hard
end this terrible fate.
covered in spider.
You came to my house and you killed me.
So 9 plus my dex saving throw plus 2, or
Saving throws are in this.
separate.
Yes. Top left square.
Yeah, plus 2. So 11.
That is a fail.
Do I
It's a
tumble?
12 to save. You don't tumble, you get caught in the web. And as the horde dancer, as that happened, it kind of looks over at you and pulls against your binds, and it rolled a 17, which I believe beats your DC.
16, yeah.
And it pulls away from the grass, the stone breaking as it just reels
crap.
over and will step over you guys.
Opportunity attack.
And over to you. Yep,
Yeah.
you get one. You did use your reaction, though.
Oh, yeah.
For those guys when they entered your.
So yeah, opportunity attack with my staff at one of the legs, I suppose. Or wait, no, I was close enough to hit the body. So as it starts to
Yeah, totally.
going for the body again. Cut the head off the snake, as it were. This dice is so tiny. No, it's 11.
Yeah, and as you
Bigger
kind of
than me.
hit it, it like almost like you feel it all like the spider is tugging at your staff, and you kind of like pull
Hey,
it out.
that's mine.
And it'll enter.
It's on its way to Brynn?
No, it's still looking at you.
Oh, okay.
It will kind of shudder and this weird squeal, and for you, Brynn, you'll see tiny little spiders almost like come out, and they're like shooting little webs on you, and you can just feel yourself getting a little bit more stuck. The DC will be higher next time you attempt to break out. All right, and that is another one of its layer actions. All right, so it will come in, and it's looking for you. You set its babies on fire, and it's not pleased, but don't worry.
Odin favors you.
Yeah, Odin favors you. As it comes over, it's just like, it's almost like reeling to you. And between that, the torch on the ground and the torch in your hand, you kind of like kick that torch up and like hold yours up, and it just kind of like shell up, like just like reels back from the fire and the light. And you see it exposed to the fungal underneath, and it's just doing serious damage. Like it is just burning the inside of the of the shambling fungus inside. Great, but you know.
Did that do any damage?
No, it's just flavor.
Oh, okay.
Let me just double check. Sorry, guys.
We get a sync point?
Monsters.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use mine now.
I don't know where he is. Okay. Sweet. Amazing.
Did you get a sync point?
Isn't that what these are?
Oh,
yeah,
we had to
those
earn
are
them.
the sync points.
It's
yeah,
sort of a slider to.
But we have to earn them still, though, right?
Yeah, teamwork
What's that?
earns them.
Right.
Yeah, teamwork
Okay.
earns.
Yeah, we don't actually have
And
them.
then you use them for like teamwork, where you give your.
Like so, on the next round, these guys can use it together.
Gotcha.
But I will help you out.
Okay. I got confused as to the sync point.
All right, it will attempt to attack again. This time for a 17 total.
Oh, yeah, it hits.
Nice. So it will
Uncanny
grab you. Give me a strength saving throw. Oh, sorry, no, a strength saving throw.
Oh, damn.
And it will get a +7. So, yep, that definitely hit.
11.
That is not enough.
Ugh.
It is going to engulf you. So it grabs you and just like, as it pulls you up, you drop the torch as you kind of like stab in it, just knocks it away with one of the legs and just kind of like sticks you on itself, and you just kind of like get stuck and you are completely engulfed by it.
Well, I don't like this
That's
very
not
much.
good.
You are blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe. On your next turn, you'll have to use a DC 12.
Jesus.
That's that. All right.
No damage,
Scoops. And what's that?
No damage?
Not this round.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you did take 11 damage from the hit.
Oof. Can I use Uncanny Dodge?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Still have it from this round?
Yep.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
How far away is the spider from us now?
So I guess that's
You would probably about 10 feet, like, you know, if you were on it.
6.
And then, is there by chance large boulders next to me on top of this platform? Or is
No, not really. It's just
No,
kind of a
okay.
flat open space.
Copy.
Like slashing still does damage. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
does half.
21.
And then, I guess it's Trevor's first anyways.
Is it 20 feet from me right about now?
I'd say 15.
Like the body of it?
Yeah.
It's within 20 feet?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use my ring of jumping, and I am going to jump. So without a running start, I can get 21 feet. So I'm going to jump onto its back and bring my freaking quarterstaff down on the back of its body. Do you need like acrobatics or anything?
No, I think it's just kind of free movement with your
Sweet.
your thing. I'll let you land on it. It's big enough. It's large.
These tiny dice. That is a 17.
Good number.
Yeah, that's hit.
For my first
Let's
attack.
do some damage. We're running long on time, guys.
Yep.
So turn on. Let's go.
That's 8 for the first hit.
8 damage.
Second hit.
Which is turn 16.
I will just, can I move down? It's on the ground now.
20, not nat.
Okay, hits.
Second attack.
Can I move down and go underneath of it?
Yeah.
Underneath the body of it?
For an additional 5 damage. All bludgeoning.
And then I'll just
10 damage.
double slash attack and then bludgeon attack it.
Okay.
Oh, and what are my
Would
First,
you like to use your sync point?
use
You
my-
guys can basically give him another turn, and you guys can
Oh, yeah.
attack at the same time, which
sure.
would give you advantage.
Let's do it.
Because you guys are now technically flanking this thing, because you guys are on either side of it.
Sweet.
So he's attacking again and I'm just doing my attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first one is
You get
on-
advantage on it though, so make sure you roll twice. Take
Do I get
higher.
2 attacks because I had because I get an extra attack on whenever I use an action to attack?
Yeah.
2 hits.
Yeah. No, I would say just for the sake of the sync point. Yeah.
so 22 to hit.
Yeah, definitely hits.
And then I'm gonna roll my d10,
Dang.
which gives me 9, so it's 4.5 damage. And then
Yeah,
it's half
rounds
damage.
up to 5.
Half damage.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I rolled a 16 for the second one attack.
Hit.
That's a hit. Yeah, 15.
Which will also be at advantage because he's still flanking.
I did, yeah, already
Yeah.
because I rolled worse.
16.
And then so that's another 9.
9.
And then I'll roll my bludgeoning, which is a 21, which is 3,
Plus your strength.
so 6.
6.
Bludgeoning.
Which is doubled because it's bludgeoning damage, so that's 12. Nice. It's still not a bad round.
What did you get for damage on my last one?
That was 16?
It was
10?
8 and
8 would be doubled to 16.
yeah, 8 was doubled to 16, and then the second hit was 10.
Your first hit was 16. The second one was 10. He did 5. You did 16.
This
He
is
did
an
5. He did
additional
12.
12. Just
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's getting. The Horde Dancer might not be putting on his dance shoes for the next little while. That's your turn. Awesome. These swarms. Nope, sorry, Bjorn, you're up.
Okay, and you said
Then
that
the swarms.
I need to do a saving throw in the
Yep, you are trapped inside of the horde. So as you like slash and cut, you just kind of see parts of Bjorn like kind of made visible by this temporary scattering, especially when you do that bludgeoning damage and it just bursts out everywhere.
Little help here, guys.
I'm trying.
Coming.
13.
Yeah, that's enough. 12 is the DC. So you break free, and you just kind of like pull free and kind of like hit the ground next to Rock, and you kind of look at him as the spiders kind of scatter through your beautiful blonde hair.
Brynn is trapped in the web, yeah?
Yeah.
I got it though. I'll manage to get out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that take his action, or does that?
Yeah, that is your action, but you still have a bonus action.
I have my bonus action.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can keep in mind you can offhand attack. Oh, that's only when you do attack. Never mind.
Yeah. I'll throw one of my axes for the body.
Sure. Let's see it.
16.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Do some damage.
Just 1d6,
These
yeah?
swarms will go.
4 plus 3.
Okay. 4 plus 3.
Yeah, I believe so. Let me double check.
7 damage. So that's cut in half to 4. This swarm will kind of like join with this leg. And as you do, you kind of see it almost like recorporate itself with the swarms around it. And then this one will attack. We'll go for you, because you just landed on some of its friends. That's a 10.
That does not hit.
So they kind of crawl and you just keep stomping. You're like, no, we got bigger problems. Awesome. Then we're over to Brynn.
Okay. So I'm gonna wild shape into a wolf spider,
Sure.
Way to get on the
or a
web.
giant wolf spider.
Giant wolf spider.
Nice.
So that makes it so that I ignore
Yeah.
movement restrictions
have
caused by
web.
webbing.
Web walk.
Good move.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
You have so many spider-based things.
Well, because I was in the Underdark before, so like that kind of started my adventuring career. So, okay.
Okay, that was your action.
That was my
and
action.
you're take your movement.
I'm gonna move towards it. Actually, I'm gonna go help my friends.
So you kind of come in.
Yeah.
You guys just see the spider kind of come in. You're like, oh, and you like kind of take a closer look, and you just realize it's just looks like kind of Brynn's color palette.
Yeah.
Like, got a scarf on.
It's blowing dirt.
Yeah, yeah. It walks up, blows some dirt at you guys. Bonus action as a spider. I don't know if there's anything.
I
there.
don't think I have.
Shoot web.
Yeah. You kind of lay a little bit web as you go.
Because that was an action. So yeah, no, I don't think I have bonus.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, though, and it will be the horrid dancer's turn. So as it kind of like reels back, it will try and shake you off. So give me a strength contest.
Strength contest.
Yep.
Where's my D20? Just straight strength?
Yep. Or athletics, sorry.
Oh, it's +2.
I can do athletics?
Yeah.
Wait, where's athletics? Oh, same thing. 15.
Yeah, that's enough. So you kind of, as it kind of like wiggles and tries to knock you off, you kind of dig your feet in, you kind of dig your staff in, and it kind of sinks in a little bit. And the spiders on top just kind of like scatter a little bit. It will kind of reel back, and it's going to attack you.
Sick. Bring it.
Natural 20.
Sweet.
Oh no!
So it'll
Wait,
do 22.
Oh, never mind. I dropped my spell.
22 points of damage.
Oh, cool.
And give me a strength contest. So this will be
with
a strength
athletics?
saving throw.
Oh, sorry, strength saving.
Strength saving throw, yes. Or sorry,
That is a 15.
15 was enough. So yeah, as it kind of like hits you, and you just kind of like push back off of its leg, you still take the damage, but it doesn't grab you and engulf
22?
you. 22 points of damage.
Can I use Hellish Rebuke as it damages me?
Yep, go ahead and roll that. And for its second attack, it will...
That's 22?
Yeah, it will attack you, Bjorn, again, with a natural one.
Nice.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
19.
19? Nailed it. Yeah, you hear that call, and you see the horrid mother just like, yes, join us! And you're just like, no.
No, I'm not.
You use one of your legs to like flick your scarf over your...
So I rolled a 16. Am I plus anything to that?
Whatever is it a spell attack for Hellish Rebuke?
It's a spell.
It would be a charisma modifier, which is 3.
My charisma is 6.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
no,
it's
that's
a
not
modifier, my
saving,
man.
Yeah.
Oh no, Hellish Rebuke's a save.
Oh,
It's a dex save of 14.
Dex save 14.
failed.
There you go, so full damage.
And then I'm rolling 2d10.
Scoops, Rock, and Bjorn, you guys are next. We have moments left.
Yep.
7.
boots me off.
That is 17 fire damage.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that does a lot.
And then it's my turn now?
Scoops, and your turn, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
17 fire damage?
Yep.
Okay, I am going to keep whacking at it with my staff, and I'm going to use my team
Sorry,
we already
what are these
used
called?
it.
Sync points. Sync points. Sync
You already
points.
used it on the last
We have to
turn.
both use it.
You have to both use yours
Oh,
to
we
do
both
the
use it at
one
the same time.
thing.
Sorry, then never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep wailing on this thing.
Yeah, do it. It is looking hurt. That hellish rebuke kind of like affected the core of the fungus inside. And you just see almost some of the spiders that make it up are just like bailing. They're kind of like popping off and running. This kind of reels back.
Both miss.
And you're just kind of, you got it stuck in there, and as you pull it up, they got a hold on it. Are you going to move?
No, I'm staying up here.
Right on, go.
I'm going to do 2 slashes and a bludgeoning.
Right,
So that's a
snake.
19 for the first one,
Nice, that's a hit.
and a 7 for the second one. So the first one we have 9 plus 3 is, sorry, that's a 6. 6 plus 3 is 9 damage, halved, because it's slashing.
Yep.
So that's 5. And then I roll, for my bludgeoning, we have a 22.
Oh yeah, do it.
Oh crap! Can I still use my bonus action? Hey.
Go ahead.
Healing spirit. I'm gonna cast it next to him. A little squirrel appears and
Yeah.
heals.
5 bludgeoning.
Which turns to 10.
I'm down
Ethereal
to 23.
spirit of a squirrel.
40.
Sorry, 1.
As you slash and then stick your like the pole arm up and it just smashes into it, you see the skull inside of it kind of crack and come loose. How would you like to
Oh!
kill this thing?
Oh.
It was so close.
I would like to
God damn it!
smash it
Bludgeoning will do it.
straight into the skull, right into its mouth, and crush its teeth.
Yeah.
And say, they call me the Tooth Fairy. And then, and then just watch it like sink to the ground and dismiss it.
Yeah, and as you do that, you kind of like you almost like you're kind of like whoa, and you jump off of it, and you just kind of like almost like lift it up and just slam it down, and all of the spiders just shatter across the ground, just soaking Bjorn, who's kind of just front and center, just like yeah, just covered in spider goo.
Can't believe I missed.
And you guys take a breath of air as these spider swarms just kind of slowly returning to the webs, almost like flooding into the corner down through this ominous kind of crack that's
It's in my
at
hair.
the edge of the at the edge of the map. And as you do that, you just hear like the clanking of armor from
Hobart.
Hobart. Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, thanks a lot, buddy.
I've cleared the exit. We have a way we'll have to crawl, but rest assured we have
I'm sure she.
a fine escape.
I could have done that.
Yeah, Brynn can do it in like 10 minutes.
I'll just like run straight at the hole that he created right above it and just kind of like shoulder check into it / try and through it.
Oh, you're gonna run towards where the spiders are going?
Yeah, just like through the hole that he created for the exit. No, like the exit.
Oh, yeah. You just cheese it out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you guys like kind of like settle down, you just hear another little voice. Thank you.
Is it my marmot friend?
Oh.
No.
It is the sweet old little lady you recognize
The
who
mayor?
brought you
Oh, the
tea.
mayor.
She was just,
Oh, the
you
brother-
assumed one of the servants. This is, and Hobart says, "They've done it, mother. They've done it." And turns around very, like, just gleefully, and you just notice that she, her visage, although very familiar, is one of a large hag. Thank you for returning my sister. And she reaches out to the shattered skeleton as she kind of touches it and kind of like woefully kind of embraces it. And you guys notice behind the webs that wrap around the cavern, you see shelves, apothecary things, small cages, and then like kind of wavering dark crack that a magical darkness seems to spill out of. Don't mess with the abyss. This is the wheel of lessons that we all learned, yes? Enjoy your fortune.
I mean, thanks.
I
That was a
was
good line,
not-
by the way. I was going to say thanks for the dance. But
I wasn't expecting that.
no. No.
And Hobart just kind of like starts cleaning. He picks up one of the torches and just starts burning the web, kind of cleaning up house. And she just kind of like shoos you guys out of her home. And as you guys make your way back to town with Brynn's help, there's no trouble at all. You guys come to
Heal him.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, you guys can kind of
you.
do that as you guys are walking. It takes a little bit of time, and you guys kind of reach there just by as night's falling, and the town is still dreary, and the fog still hangs. You see the mayor, and she kind of passes you the gold and kind of nods along. Thank you so much. Did you see my daughter?
Oh, crap. Did we?
And we're going to end it there. Oh, no! Thank you guys for joining us. We ran a little bit long. Sorry about that. But if you stuck around, thank you so much. You can tune in every Tuesday at 3:30 at Pacific Time to catch One Shot or Not, a Filthy Questline. Next week, we have a first-time DM who's got a table full of very experienced DMs. I'm fortunate to be counted among them. So we are going to have a little fun with him and try not to rules lawyer that to death. I hope you guys had a good time now, and I hope to see you guys again on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.